Morning. Hey, it's Sunday morning here in sunny UK. How is everyone? I hope someone will turn up. I know it's very early where some of you are. I have a different hat on today, you might see. I know. Blasphemy to have a different hat on. No. But the other hat needs to have a wash. Simple as. Can't wear it forever. Gonna try and share this out. Oh, kept my other sound on. What am I thinking? Need to try and share this out. So if you excuse me for a minute, I need to try and find the link. Here it is. Then I can share myself. Copy link. And then I can tweet myself out. You just bear with me for a second. I'm hoping that my friend will turn up today. If anyone is in here, I say hi for the minute and then I will check your message in a sec. I have shared this out. I just need to go on Twitter a minute. If you want to share this out with me, that would be awesome. I'm going to tweet it myself right now. Very early here. It's like, well, for me, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's early for me. But I will say hi to you guys in a minute. I'm just going to share this out. I've forgotten to do it. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that. Let me just tweet this out and I will be right with you. The Midnight Raven live. Yeah. Boom. And it's out there in the world. The Midnight Raven is live. Let's go back to my chat. I'm sorry I'm having to do it from my tablet and talk to you on my laptop. It's very confusing. I'm sure there's a way probably of putting the chat on the same thing, but I haven't found it yet because I'm not very technical. And this is all new to me. So who do we have in here? Nancy Lou, bonjour. Oh, saying a little hello at work. Hey. Don Bailey, howdy. Different hat on today. Yes, we are rocking a different hat. Anora Rocky, hey, how you doing? How are all your mornings? Or if it's not morning where you are, how are you nonetheless? Yes, I'm wearing a different hat. It is so hot outside that I needed to get my summer cap on. When I went out yesterday, we went for a very long walk. And I needed to have my sun hat on. This is basically my alternative summer hat to what I wear. So it's basically just a fancy baseball cap, but it looks more me. And on the front, it just says fashion because I'm a fashionista of the fashion world. And then my top today is kind of care, but don't really. So this is like the drama on YouTube. I kind of care, but don't really. So it's the mood we're in today. Yeah, support each other, like each other, share the love to each other. Don't feel that you can't support, share, and like each other because I promote all that good stuff in my channel. So do feel that you can. Tim, Timay, the animatronic girl. Ooh, like your name. Hey, how are you? Zero Sticks in the house. Hey, how are you doing as well? I'm just going to send my friend an invite and see if he comes on. Any of you want to come on live, you can come on my Google Hangouts and we can hang out together face to face. And we can just generally have a chat. I haven't had anyone else apart from my friend come on, and I'd love to have it at some point. Thanks, but I don't make content, Nancy. Ah, that's fine. Everyone's here to support each other. Was just dealing with my worker. Ooh, some juicy gossip. I love juicy gossip. Anyone have any juicy gossip? Sunday morning should be juicy gossip day. I'm hoping my friend's going to turn up. I'm going to send him a message. See if he turns up. All I can do. If not, I will just have to hang with myself this morning. Yeah, do like, subscribe, share, do chat to each other in the comments, do hang out. Basically, like you're at a bar, talking, chatting, however you want to put it. I'm rocking the different hat. I just felt that it's too hot at the minute to wear a hat that's made out of the material that's kind of heavy. I wanted something that's a bit more, this fabric's more breathable and light, especially with it being so hot outside. If not, I'm just going to get heat exhaustion or heat stroke or something. And that's not good for anyone. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for coming by, though. Have a good day at work, girl. I know some of you are at work, some of you are still in bed, some of you are off to bed. It's how it goes when you do a live stream. You never quite know who you're going to get, who's awake, who's asleep, who's around. So thank you, Nancy, for dropping by. So I haven't really got a topic this morning. I've had topics most of my streams, but they've been like negativity and they've all been about the drama at the minute that's going on. And I don't know, I just maybe wanted to stream without drama, if that's even possible. I've got 486 or 87 subscribers now, so I am on the road to 500. Fingers crossed. It goes up rather than down. That would be awesome. The more towards 500 I get, the better I feel. Every time I lose a sub, my mood dips kind of slightly, and then it will go back up again. So yeah, if anyone wants to come on today, promote their channel or anything like that, you can come on and talk about your channel, or you can just come on and gossip. To be fair, I have no problem with people gossiping. In fact, I love gossiping, so no problem with that. My friend's hopefully going to show. My name is Timmy Bear. Well, that's a cool name. Different, mind you, but cool nonetheless. Um, bring something up. Oh, the Midnight Raven. I'm just doing something here. But yeah, I mean, it's a lovely day here. I don't know where it is where you guys are. What did you do this weekend? Wow, this weekend Well, today is Sunday where I am. So yesterday, we went for a lovely walk and we went for the fields and everything, and we ended up at McDonald's. Basically, you go from my house, and you go up this hill, and then you have to walk through some fields, and then you have to walk down this lovely kind of farm track road, and it was really hot and sunny, and we went to McDonald's, and then we came back, and then we sat watching Ants Canada on YouTube, and we also sat watching this awesome snake guy who breeds snakes and everything, and they were showing you the snakes and how they breed them and the baby's eggs. And then we watched him go to Gatorland on YouTube as well, and it was just so much fun. We had a relatively quiet evening yesterday. We basically just hung out, watched some telly, had some junk food, had a really small tea. Today, mainly quiet. I'm going to live stream for a while. I'm going to go on my friend's live stream as well, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I should be checking out Chris Bartram's live stream later, hopefully. I should be jumping in on there at some point. But it'll be after my stream first. So my stream is first, and then I'll be jumping onto Chris Bartman's stream. I will post the link and everything later on. Hopefully when he arrives, he'll be on my stream for a while, and then I will go over on his stream, and we'll be streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I'm sure he'll have some conversations, but he's going to chat with me nonetheless. And then the rest of this afternoon will be editing, and getting the kids ready, not for school tomorrow because it's bank holiday Monday tomorrow, but getting them ready for Tuesday, and just generally having a nice quiet day, to be fair. But thank you for your question, Don. Were my friends a nightmare me and funtime me? Oh, I like the name Nightmare. Well, I just have a Five Nights at Freddy picture because it's my favorite. Ooh. Well, I have the picture. My picture is The Raven Nevermore, which is obviously Edgar Allan Poe's poem, which goes with the Midnight Raven very well. Wait, you to McDonald's, so do you want to order the Timo Faze Burger Happy Meal? Ooh, do I get a toy? I love Happy Meals with toys. I can't eat a big, like, if I go to McDonald's, I couldn't eat a big burger. I like to have the kids' Happy Meals for the toy. What toy will you offer me, Timo? I dislike snakes, no legs, freaks me out. Yeah. What is with the legs? I think they're cute. Like, right. I don't like snakes per se, but I do like the color scheme of a snake, like when they have different patterns, shapes, colors, and everything. I don't like the eyes. It's the snake's eyes for me that get. Having no legs is fine for me. It's the eyes. It's the way they look at you and follow you around. It just creeps me out. But yeah, we're watching this snake guy. I don't know what his name is, but he like breeds snakes. And he was cutting these eggs open. And he also helped this snake that was pregnant give birth. I love watching it just to see the colors and the styles of the snakes. But if you were to bring a snake with me, I'd be at that door. Like, boom, I'd be gone. If you get toys, just order it. Okay, what kind of toy? I like the. If I wanted to get a toy, what would I want it to be? If I could get a toy that was kind of soda inspired, like a can opener or a key ring, that would do me. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't like snakes. I mean, if I saw a snake right now, I'd be gone. But it was the colors and the styles and how they're bred and how he really genuinely had the snake's interests at heart. And and everything. And his channel was so cool. My little boy actually likes watching it. He's 10 and he loves watching them. They were hatching these eggs and they were cutting around this little egg pouch and lifting the flap to see what was inside. And it was so cute. And there was one snake that was struggling to give birth. So he was helping her. The eggs were dead already, but she was struggling and they managed to save her by helping her give birth to the eggs quicker. Um, but that was like the tiny little snake. But on this program, he did have a 16-foot python, I think it was, that had escaped. Oh, yeah, this snake had escaped. They were cleaning its box out and they put it in a different box temporarily while they cleaned its actual box. And it got out. This is a 16-foot python got out of its box and it was going round the place. And oh no. The problem was that the 16-foot python was also pregnant. So when they tried to get this snake back in her box, oh my God. You have never seen so much hissing and everything. With the fact she was pregnant, she was so territorial and so, you know, so much estrogen going around her system at that point. She was not having anyone near her. It actually took 3 people to get her back in her box. Oh, but my heart, a 16-foot snake just going around your place, like, no, not having it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, how did we get into snakes? Oh yeah, we were talking about my weekend and we were watching snakes last night. That was it. Wake up, girl. First thing in the morning. Wakey wakey. Yeah, it's first thing in the morning and I'm half asleep. I wonder if Middy will show today. Mr. Middy, do you want to come on? Midnight. No, he's not interested this morning. I'm sure he will pop up at some point. Oh, Middy, be careful. Middy, no, not in the box. That should. So yeah, I hope that interested you, Don. I can't remember the channel, which is kind of bad. Um, but it is a really cool channel. If I knew what it was, I'd tell you. I could find out, but I'd have to go in the other room and I'd have to see if he's still got it running. Someone just unsubbed you? Why? Why? What did I do? Is it because I was watching snakes? Why would someone unsub me? What have I done? Oh, my top's dirty. Oh well. I did. I've had a nice quiet weekend and it's a bank holiday, so we've got tomorrow as a weekend as well. So we've got a long weekend this weekend. I don't know if you live in the UK or anything. But yeah, how was your weekend, Don? Did you do anything cool or interesting? Did you do anything fun? How was everybody else's weekend? Oh, got hairs on my arm again. Look at this. My hair's falling out. I'm going bald. Well, then again, with all this hair, maybe I've got a hair to lose. It is probably you choose messing with my numbers. Yeah, probably. You're in the US. Did you do anything fun this weekend? Somebody was saying the other day that somewhere in America there was a taco fest. I mean, that sounded really interesting. Like, who doesn't want to go to Taco Fest? And Brant Jams was doing a run. I think he was doing a 3 or a 5K run this weekend. Another guy had Taco Fest. I mean, some people had some really cool weekends. Okay, I only walked to McDonald's and watched the snake bloke on TV, but for me, hi, midnight. Midnight's here. Want to say hello? Say hello, midnight. Want to kiss? Midnight, say hello. Middy, say hello to the people of YouTube. All right, little man. Want to say hi? Good boy. Okay, Midnight said hi. Back to me. Took my Australian Shepherd to the park. That was about it. Australian. Oh, you got an Australian Shepherd dog. Oh, that's kind of cool. They're really cool dogs. My weekend was just with the night worker, and I sent people pizza and Happy Meals, and the night worker kept tricking me, and he beat the first night. Ah, where do you work, May? May. Where do you work? Do you work anywhere cool? Do any have any cool jobs? You know, like the snake guy I watched. Is your job as cool as Snake Guy? I'll have you on in a bit. Is that all right, Chris? Millie didn't approve of that as soon as you said the D word, he was off. Is that right if you come on in a bit, Chris? Yeah. Did you still want to do your stream later? And I come on yours? It was Chica. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. I was watching Jaded Diva last night. And I was watching about the Cinco de Mayo in that. Yeah. But like how you call it Taco Day. Someone told me they were going to a taco fest. Basically, it was a day surrounded with tacos. It was called Taco Fest, wherever they live. They basically go to this place in town. Bless me. And it was all like, it was called Taco Fest. You're cancelling yours? Oh, going to DR's later. Does that mean doctor? Are you all right? Do you want to DM me in private, Chris? Are you okay? Oh, I hope my friend's all right. Okay, so I'm not going to be on his stream later, unfortunately. You're fine. I was looking forward to going on your stream, Chris. How many times have we tried to put me on your stream now? And we keep failing. If not, I'll have to come on your stream on Wednesday. Because I don't think I'll be live streaming until Wednesday, if not. I think I'm streaming today, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday next week. Yeah, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Right on. Oh. So what is the Cinco de Mayo, Don? Can you tell me a bit more about it? Okay, that's perfect. Give me a chance to prepare. Yeah, I'll come on Wednesday, Chris. How about that? We can do my Wednesday one in the afternoon, and then we can do your one afterwards. I can stream for 2 or 3 hours or whatever I normally do on a Wednesday afternoon, and then we can do yours after. Or we can do it on the Friday if you need more time to prepare. Or the Saturday will only be a short stream because I've only got a couple of hours on Saturday, but I have to do it Saturday rather than Sunday. I believe it's just for Mexicans, it's the Day of Dead. So they celebrate by eating tacos? That's kind of cool. Oh, I like that. Yeah, they was the person I was watching, Jada Diva, said that not a lot of people knew about the Cinco de Mayo or even knew what it was or anything like that. But for the US today, drinking and eating tacos. Don't see a problem with drinking and eating tacos. I don't like tacos myself, but I quite happily have a drink. I actually need a drink right now. I got my drink over here. If you just bear with me for 1 minute. Oh, it gets thirsty with all this chit chat. Mm. But yeah. Yeah, someone mentioned it like twice yesterday. It was the Cinco de Mayo. So I ended up watching Jaded Diva last night. And he was eating tacos and stuff like that. No. No, for what? Did I miss something? Christopher? Can you tweet this out for me if you haven't already? I have tweeted it myself, but if you could do it for me as well, that would be awesome. How is everybody today? I've literally just come from watching a stream. I've just been to Night Shame's live stream. And I was in there for about 10 minutes, saying hi and everything. And checking up on people, checking out all of my friends and seeing how they are. And just generally being nosy. But I do love Night Shame though. Absolutely love Night Shame. I think his channel's good. I think he's an awesome bloke. If you haven't checked out Night Shame's channel, please do. Show him some love. I like his channel. I love his streaming. He's such a good-hearted guy as well. So if you haven't checked him out, he does have a gaming channel. And he loves to be positive and upbeat and everything. And I do love him and his channel. So do check Night Shame out. I didn't say I'd plug him when I was on his channel, but I've plugged you Night Shame, so good for you. I do love his voice though, it really gets in my head. He is very quiet this morning, but then again, most of my friends in America right now are asleep, which is kind of the problem. Yeah, it's such a shame. Yeah, Night Shame's alright now. Yeah, I think he's over it. I tried to look him up. Yes, Night Shame streams games. And he's such a cool bloke. He's so good-hearted and so kind. Yeah, do check out Night Shame's channel. Chris, can you put a link to Night Shame's channel, please, so that Don can find him? Hey, WrestleMania. Hello from America. Well, good morning from the United Kingdom. Sure. Don, Chris is going to put a link to Night Shame's channel in the comments so that you can find him. He just did a live stream. So if you want to find him out, we will link him in my chat because I'm such a cool girl and Night Shame will love me for it. How are you today, WrestleMania? WrestleMania. It's really early here. It's like 10 o'clock and I haven't finally woken up yet. Yeah, howdy. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God. You would think I haven't slept. Yeah, the link in the comments now, Don, is the link to Night Shame's channel. So if you want to check out Night Shame's channel, that has been linked now, so you go check it. Also, Get to the Farm chose him as one of his puzzles. Yes, she did. Get to the Farm did a Hangman Scarecrow puzzle yesterday, where she just shout outs for channels, and he was the first puzzle, and I guessed it in record time, just in case anyone's wondering. Okay, so do check him out. He's a great boy. He has a wonderful channel. He's so kind-hearted. So do check him out. Yeah, you're welcome, Don. He's a great bloke. His channel is so cool, and all his supporters are cool. And oh, he's just a cool bloke. So what are you talking about this morning? Good question. I'm actually gonna have Christopher on, if he wants to come on, and maybe he's got a subject he wants to chat about, because I was meant to be going on his stream later, but he's cancelled on me. So maybe he has a topic he'd like to talk about. We've talked about snakes so far and the Cinco de Mayo. If anyone ever wants to come on to my hangouts, they can do. Feel free to join in and come on my stream. The more the merrier, as always. Chris, did you want to come on? I know I was meant to be going on your stream later, and that's obviously fallen through. We're going to do that on a different day. But did you want to come on mine? Hey, Vlog's in the house. Did anyone want to come on my stream today? I kind of feel lonely. Anyone want to come on Google Hangouts with me? We can have a chat, gossip, whatever you fancy. Did you want to come on now? Sorry I couldn't stick around for your vlog stream. I had to rush out yesterday, so I'm sorry about that vlog. But definitely I'll check out your stream another time. And like you said, you hadn't done one for a while. I know you would go on Jeanette's and Pixies and Eagles sometime. But yeah, do you fancy coming on? Let me just get Chris added here. There we go. We've added an invite. If anyone else wants to come on and join in this chat, feel free. I've only ever had Chris on here so far, and I would love to have other people on here. The more the merrier. I'm too shy, or I would. Oh, darn. Why are you shy? I would love to have other people on here. The more the merrier.
Hey, yo.
You right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. You are never lonely when you're part of the community. Uh-huh. Thanks, Resla. Which community are you talking about, Resla?
YouTube is a big community.
You talking about the whole YouTube as a community? Because that's cool. I would, but I'm just about to go out. Oh, vlog, look what happened. See, you wanted me to come on yesterday and I was just about to go out, and you're doing the same. We keep missing each other, vlog. Every time you ask me to come on, I'm busy, and vice versa. It will happen at some point. I would have come on yesterday morning, but I had to go out. Although I did stop by your stream and say hi. Hashtag YouTube friends. Yeah, exactly, Vog. That's the community I'm part of is my own little crew. Or the YouTube community as a whole, maybe.
Yeah. Let's leave gang colors at the door, please.
Not a big fan of communities per se, but I do have my own little group going here. My little Sunday morning chit chat. Might do a live stream later. Okay, vlog, if you're gonna live stream later, if it's up until like 3 o'clock, if it's anywhere before sort of 4 o'clock, I could probably jump on for a bit. If it's this afternoon, maybe I could come on. But I have to finish live streaming by 4 this afternoon, or I have to stop going into people's channels by then because I have so much I should be doing, vlog. So I have to set some time aside to do some stuff, or I'd end up on people's streams all day. But thanks for coming by there and just saying hi, vlog. Really appreciate it. Are you doing anything fun when you go out? I'm so nosy. Well, someone else is going out today, are they not? That would be you.
I'm going to the doctor's a little bit later, that's all.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm okay for what I can mention online.
All right. If you want to talk to me, you can inbox me, you know.
Yeah, I know. I will.
Just boring stuff. Oh, well, now you've made my stream really exciting, vlog.
Hey, have fun.
Thanks. Thank you, vlog. Yours is boring. Chris can't talk about his on stream. This is going so well. Well, this is fun.
Well, I did take Moji out for a walk yesterday, and that was fun.
Woo! Moji, you take Moji for a walk every day, do you not?
No, not like these. Like I take him on a little truck ride, and I take him for like real long walks.
We should do that every day, should you not?
Well, no, because I normally just take him for walks like everyone else around the block or something like that. But they have actual dog paths made for dogs and stuff like that.
All right. I really meant your live stream community right now, but you mean YouTube. What?
As a whole.
What?
Means as a whole.
All right. Well, I have a tiny little community wrestler, really, compared to some people. But I like the fact that I have a tiny community because I know that my eyes. I know that everyone that comes to me is actually coming to watch me and my content and that, not just subbing, you know, for the sake of it.
Yeah.
They actually do turn up in my streams. They're commenting on my actual videos and everything. I mean, last night I put a video out and within a minute, literally 1 minute, I had like 12 views on it. So my channel isn't just a sub for sub. The people that are actually subbing to me are actually subbing and watching my content, which is awesome. Because by the time I got up this morning, there's like, I don't know, 20 something on it. I'm not quite sure, but I know it had gone up quite a lot overnight. I think it might even be 30 something. But when I put it up last night, I literally had like 12 views in a minute and comments and likes. Although I'm still getting dislikes. Thank you to the people who are disliking it. You know exactly who you are. They're now disliking every single video I do. So don't worry, I'm actually disliking every single video you're doing too. So we'll just share the dislikes.
Oh, that is another
They
stream.
dislike me, I'm disliking them. It's a mutual dislike to each of their channels. So if they're going to put a dislike on me and give me watch time, I only feel it's fair that I should go dislike their channel.
Why did the chicken go to this seance? To
Get to the other side. Boom,
Uh,
boom. Thank you, vlog. You couldn't leave my stream without just making one bad joke, huh? You'd have felt bad if you'd have left and gone, oh, I never made one joke in her stream. That I missed an opportunity to put another one of my jokes. If you keep using your jokes in my stream vlog, how are you going to do your laugh from the bath? Are you going to run out of material? Are you going to run out of jokes?
That was a warm-up joke. He has plenty more.
Yeah, well, he does one from the bath in every video, so I don't want you to run out. Don't use all the jokes on me, vlog.
I wouldn't want him to run out either. He may slip on the bathroom floor.
So how was your night then? Have you been up?
I was up until 11. I went to bed because I knew I was coming on, and I started feeling poorly, so I went to bed early.
Yeah, because you have a quiet night on a Saturday, don't you? Because Verdict doesn't stream.
Yeah.
You have like a night off.
Kind of, yeah.
I did win on Get to the Farm last night, in case anyone wonders. I won a game.
Yes.
Hashtag yay for me.
It were channel names, and that was hard because normally I look to see what makes sense, and of course people don't spell their names perfectly.
Yeah, the thing is with YouTube names, I mean, you can spell your name any way you want to be fair.
Yeah.
You don't have to spell a certain word like Raven. I mean, you don't have to spell the word with the right letters. You could make the letters just spelled. So,
Just like that.
Yeah, I have a habit of winning though. Sorry.
Yeah. Unless it's history, then I'll own you every time, like I did.
One more joke before I go. Go on then, vlog. Hit me with a joke. Go on. Make it a good one.
Sorry, but he's banned from this channel, I think, so he can't come in.
Sorry?
Never mind. That was a bad joke.
Yeah. My stream had been good for half an hour and now it's going downhill. Where is Chris from? Well, Chris, you can tell them where you're from.
Originally from England. Currently I'm from PA. USA.
Yeah, he's currently a traitor. Does anyone want to buy my old vacuum cleaner? It's just gathering dust.
That's a
Oh
good
dear God, vlog. There is a tumbleweed literally going through my house right now. Thanks for that.
Well, to be fair, I think most people that know me would say I've been a trader for most of my life, so I think that's pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's from the UK, but you can definitely hear the American accent in his voice. To a point.
Yeah. I mean, I support Germany over England in the World Cup, so yeah, I'm definitely a trader.
And I hate most things about America too, so he's not far off.
Yeah. But there is one good thing about England, and she's sitting right over there.
There's one good thing about England, that he isn't over here.
Yeah.
And on that note, catch you later. All right, vlog. Have a nice day doing supposedly nothing exciting.
Yeah, you better not drop her.
Don't you dare go and have excitement now, vlog. Now you've told me it's going to be nothing interesting. Don't you dare go and have fun.
Yeah, it's not allowed
Don't
now.
be skipping out of my channel and going having fun. I don't you coming back telling me you had an awesome time when you weren't here. Have a good time though, vlog. I'm only joking, sweet. You go and have a mundane day. That's why I asked. I couldn't place his accent. Yeah, well, he's a weird person, so his accent's kind of mixed.
Most people I've had on the phone at work say I sound Indian or Dominican Republican for some reason.
You can hear little parts when he talks of English accent in there. If he gets really into something, it'll turn American.
Yeah.
He'll start pronouncing certain letters differently. Probably doesn't notice it himself, but
No, I don't.
because Americans talk with a bit of, how can I say it? They have like pronunciations on certain parts of certain words, depending on what part of America you live from.
Yeah.
You know, if he lived somewhere else, then it would obviously sound entirely different.
Her English accent is really strong now. I can hear it, where before I couldn't.
Yeah, but I'm English, but I don't sound Norfolk where I came from, though.
No, you don't sound like you're from Norfolk,
I don't sound Norfolk.
but you definitely sound English.
Norfolk, proper Norfolk people have a really strong accent.
Combined harvester.
Combine eye. You got a proper
Yeah.
Norfolk accent. See, look, gone Norfolk without trying. Proper. You don't talk proper, sort of thing. I go in and out of it sometimes. Like if I'm really annoyed, my Norfolk in me will come out. How long has he been in the US? Well, he can quite happily answer that. Chris, you comment.
Officially 11 years now. 11 years last month, and sorry, February, not last month.
Yeah, in America, apparently they don't have a time frame. 1 month just rolls into another.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Anything else you want to know about him, Dom?
And in 2 years' time, I officially become a full permanent trader and becomes a citizen.
Oh yeah, and then he's the real life and soul of the party over there. Woo!
Yeah. Then I
Does
get
that
to
mean you
vote.
can't officially have a full American accent now until you're a citizen? You need to keep faking half English, half American. As soon as you become a full American citizen, that accent comes boom straight through, and you're talking American like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Uh, you're not allowed to talk American yet because you aren't one.
True.
That's why his accent breaks on occasion. He's still fighting back to come to America with his voice. Right
And
on.
in 2020, watch out, Mr. Trump. I'm voting him out.
Sorry, say that again.
I'll be able to vote for the US election in 2020. So watch out.
Wow. If that's something to look forward to, you could put a bullet in my head right now.
I mean, that's
Wow,
the
that's the highlight of your year. Jesus Christ.
that,
Seriously.
that's
You
really
need
the
more fun.
that's the only difference for becoming a permanent US citizen is that you
Yeah.
get to vote.
If that's what he's looking forward to next year, then wow. That's some excitement you're holding out for there.
Oh yeah, it is. I really detest.
2020, 2019, the year of excitement. Life was boring until I could vote in America, and then it just skydived and went down from there, yeah?
Yeah.
I
Uh,
voted in the UK once.
oh yeah.
I've been able to vote since I was 18. I am now currently 33, and I voted once.
Well, I've taken my political responsibility serious, and I voted every single time that I could.
I voted once, and I voted for UKIP.
Well, officially when I was 13, I officially revolted from England and handed in my citizenship. Jelly Duck 100 Midnight Raven. Hello.
Hey, Jelly Duck. Quack, quack, and top of the morning to you. I don't care where you were really from. I was just being funny.
You two are making me laugh. Says
Are you
Doc.
quackers, Jelly Duck? You two making me laugh. Am I, Don? Well, that's good. I'm glad we're making you laugh.
Yeah, that's
We
good.
laugh at ourselves all the time, so don't worry. You joining in, we can't hear the laughter. We're too busy laughing at ourselves. This is like our Sunday morning catch-up. Well, instead of jelly. I can call you Jelly. I can call you whatever you like, Jelly Duck.
Oh yeah, jelly means jealous here.
Jelly means jealous. I think you should have named your channel Jellied Eels because I've never seen a jellied duck before.
Yeah.
Why not jellied eel? I don't know. I've never heard of anyone ask for a jellied duck. I mean, sorry, Jelly. If I'm bragging on your channel, it means I like you. You're a jealous duck. Okay.
So 46 p.m. in Kuwait. Is that where you're from? Wow.
Where's Kuwait?
That's Iraq. Middle East.
Jesus. Wow. Is that 12:46 p.m. on what day? What? How far ahead are you of us?
It's the same day, but it's going to be in the afternoon.
Yeah, but then he's ahead of me then.
Yeah, by 2 hours.
Yeah? Is that all? I'd assumed you'd be actually making silly random videos. Don't we all make silly random videos? Isn't that what YouTube is for? I mean, I put a silly random video out last night.
Well, so far within matches up, it says that he's in Kuwait. So yeah.
I was bored the other day. I was eating Pringles and I thought, bugger it, I'll make a video about it.
Yeah, that finger video, I want the.
I sat there eating Pringles and I was eating salt and vinegar ones and I sat there eating them and I was like, I know there's so many other flavors out there, but in the UK we're kind of boring. You know,
Oh my
you get the normal, like we've got salt and vinegar, we've got plain,
You're
and then you
gonna
get
like
some of the interesting flavors. You get barbecue or you get prawn cocktail. And I was like, I swear there are more than that in the world.
the video Jelly
More
Duck
interesting.
video is about steampunk. You're gonna like him.
Huh?
I said the first video on his channel, Jelly Ducks, is about steampunk.
Jelly Duck, if your video is about steampunk, why do I not know about it? You want to see the video I'm going to be doing, Jelly Duck? My video, I was starting to plan my video last night. The stereotypes of a goth being debunked.
He has the very first video, 27 minutes, steampunks, reading and review.
Yeah, I'm doing the debunkness of the stereotypes of a goth. And then I'm doing an entire 32 different types of goths. I know. You're going to say, what? There's 32 different types of goth? There are actually more. But I'm going to limit myself.
Cool.
And I'm going to split it up into 3 videos. And I'm going to do so many in each. I'm going to make it a 3-part thing. And you're going to find out all about the lovely world of being a goth. Woo. And all the different types. Doesn't that sound rivetingly exciting?
Yeah.
I've been asked for it, though. Bottle Caps wanted me to do all the different types of goths so that he could learn.
Yeah. You should do a green screen with saying hi live from my graveyard, like I have a graveyard picture.
Because when I mentioned certain types of goth, he was like, I've never even heard of that before. So I was like, well, what if I made a video, Bottle Caps, telling you about them all? And he was like, well, that would be awesome, he said. And then at least I could get the right references to the right goths when I talk to you. And it's like, well, I'm sure there's quite a few people within my group that do ask me questions about being goth sometimes and certain things and that. And I was like, well, I'll just make a video on it. Gives me some more content. Why not?
There are some people that say that are goths that don't know about it either. You know, they don't know all about what being goth means.
Well, I have a goth Bible, which a lot of people don't know that goths have.
Yeah.
There's a book called the Goth Bible.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
And it
for the goth
explains
too?
certain things about their religion, their beliefs, the culture, and everything. And it's a really good book. It was really expensive when I bought it, but I didn't actually pay for it. So a friend of mine did, who appreciated me being goth and that he wasn't, but he was fascinated by the whole goth subculture. Um, and we were walking through Waterstones, and I saw this book, and I couldn't believe it was in there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely astounded it was in Waterstones, of all places, because I'd been looking for it when I heard it had come out and couldn't find it. And then see it in Waterstones, I was like, oh my God, why didn't I check that? Oh, that's right, because it's a goth Bible. Why would it be in Waterstones?
You have steampunk goggles. That's cool.
You have steampunk goggles? Oh, Jelly Duck, you were awesome. I'm liking you even more now, Jelly Duck. I'm sorry I ragged on your channel. You have become my new channel to check out. As well as you, Don, if you have content. But yeah, the book was in there and I didn't have enough money to buy it. So my friend offered to get it for me. And I never paid him back for it. So, Christopher, not you, but other Chris, if you're out there and you ever watch my video, I still owe you for that book. It's only been like 15 years, but I'll pay you back eventually. It's been about 15 years since I paid for it, so maybe I should pay him back one day. Just send it to him. Here's the money I owe you for your book. And he'd be like, what book? Like, I still owe you from 15 years ago. What if he's still holding a grudge I haven't paid him? I'll have to bring it in conversation when I next talk to him. You know that book I got? Did I ever pay you for it? Because I'm sure I never did. I'm sure I asked he offered to buy it and I said I'd pay him back and then I never did.
Think about all the interest you've incurred.
Yeah, it's like a library book. I'm gonna be owing so much money with the interest on it. But he did, I mean, he didn't have to pay for it. I mean, I didn't have the money, so. And he was like, if the book is so hard to get hold of, if I didn't buy it for, he said he felt guilty if I then couldn't get it. Because there was no telling of how many copies were going to be made, because you know what people are like with stuff like that. It's all controversial and everything, and you know, to have a goth Bible sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, well, if I was finding it hard to find in the first place, the fact that they managed to find a copy just in my local Waterstones was like, well, we need to buy it. Because you've only got to get someone to see it and complain to Waterstones, and then they'd, you know, eventually they could stop selling it, and then I would never have got it. And I'd been really annoyed. So I was like, oh, I'll just buy it for you. Don't worry about it. And then I just never paid him back, I believe.
Wow.
I know, my friend is so cool. And I still have it to this day. I still have my goth Bible. But it comes in handy. You know, people ask me questions, and I don't always know the answers, to be fair.
Mm.
You know, knowing about an entire subculture and from the questions I get sometime, knowing about every subculture. Like I said, there's like 30 odd genres of goth. That's just the ones I'm doing. There's loads of them that I could go on and on about it,
Right.
doing videos, but I've selected Some of them are mainstream, more well-known ones, and then some of the more obscure ones. So then we have like a mix. Because some of them you won't see on your streets every day, to be fair. You can't just go out and find these people. Don't just hang around on street corners or something. Other ones you kind of see all the time, and then other ones are more quiet subcultures. You know, they like hang together, but they don't like publicize their culture, and they don't, don't
Yeah.
quietness. So there's like different ones. So I've done a good mix. Some are more girly, some are more boyish, some are mixed, some are well known, some aren't. I've thrown steampunk in there because someone wanted to know more about steampunk, so I've put that in there. Although it's not actually a type of goth per se, it's like a
Yeah.
very small sub of it. People still link it to goth because of some of it. So it's going to be like the last one as a like an add-on. But there are actually different types of steampunk as well that people probably don't know as well. So I'm going to do a separate one actually on the different types of steampunk as well, because it isn't just steampunk. You can
Yeah.
actually get waterpunk. You ever heard of that?
Waterpunk, yes, that one I know.
Yeah, see? A lot of people don't know, A lot of people don't know the different types of goth, and now there's steampunk and there's waterpunk. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd do videos on all of them. More content. And
There is
people can get more of an insight into me as well.
no,
I say I'm goth, and people, don't always know what it is.
not to make fun of you boys, but there's one that's calls himself a hazard goth, where apparently he enjoys taking all the hazards, whatever that means.
All right.
Like he does all risky things.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's a video coming up with the stereotypes of goths, because I hear so many stereotypes on
Yeah. Thank
over
you. Bye,
YouTube.
Jessica.
I thought I would do something about it.
I added you. I took a look at your channel and I added you.
Well, thank you, Jelly Duck. I didn't know, so I hope you make a video on it. Yeah. The videos will be stereotypes of a goth, basically debunking all these modern stereotypes that people have, that we're just moody or we're suicidal, we worship Satan, all those stupid things that people believe and have been drilled into them, which are totally wrong. I mean, because I'm not suicidal. Everyone gets moody. That's not just goth. Everyone can be moody. Everyone can be suicidal, to be fair.
Yeah, and she didn't sleep with a coffin either.
You
No,
know.
for
Um, and then there will be 3 parts to my goth. I'm going to think of a fancy name for it. Don't you worry. My goth something or other. It's going to have a fancy name. Sorry?
goth montage.
No, it's going to have. It'll have something. You know me, very creative. And then once I've done those 3 parts, I will then do one on steampunk, so that more people can get to grips with steampunk, because it is only not a very new thing, but a lot of people don't know steampunk because things like goth are publicized so much, and people know so much about goth because it's back in the day, it was so in your face when it first came out.
Yeah.
People were worried about. It's like being worried about chavs. Goth was the new thing to have drama about. Used to be goth, chavs on street corners. Now it was goths hanging around in graveyards being moody. It was the new thing.
Yeah.
Chavs went out of the limelight, goths came in. But now goth is kind of quieting down. Not a lot of people worry about goths anymore. They're just seen as people with clothes that are moody,
Yeah.
which then become a stereotype, see, which is what I hate. I hate the stereotypes.
A lot of parents here can get mixed up between emo and goth. Like when the kids go goth, they worry that they're going emo too.
Yeah, that's an entirely different video as well. The difference between goth, emo, and scene. If you know what scene is,
Yeah.
you've got goth, where apparently we're mopey, depressive, and suicidal.
Hmm.
Take that as you will. Emos are technically slightly happier than we are, but still mopey. But they're generally seen as people that wouldn't commit suicide, but they'd self-harm. Emos are more classed as self-harmers.
Yeah.
Goths are actually suicidal and actually want to kill themselves. The emos basically do the cutting thing, but they don't actually want to kill themselves. Get that? And then the scene people, or as they called scene, which is the basically they're classed as happy emos. They're happy emos. They're not suicidal. They're actually too happy for their own good, to be fair. So it's
Yeah.
you got the three levels. First, you're happy if you're a scene. Then you become slightly grumpy and hate the world, and you're an emo. And you only want to hurt yourself, but not kill yourself. And then you get goth, where apparently we're all mopey and suicidal. So you got like three different types. You've got goth, emo, and then you've got scene.
Yeah.
See? A lot of people know about goth. A lot of people know emo. They then get the two mixed up. Although they're similar, there are parts that are kind of similar. But if you were to say to somebody, you know, by accident that they were emo and they were goth, they really wouldn't appreciate that, or vice versa. If you go up to an emo person and say they were goth, they'd be offended. The two genres try so hard to have links to each other, but they're not the same, if you get what I mean.
I never knew that they didn't like each other, like you were saying yesterday. That was new to me.
I mean, everyone in the world wants to get on, but you know, when someone walks up to an emo person and calls them a goth, or if someone came up to me and said I was emo, I'd absolutely hate it. I'd be offended.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. It's like anything, you know. Going up to a chav and telling them they're not a chav, you know, they'd be offended. You know, they work so hard to look how they do, and then to be told they look like something totally different that they hate, you
Hmm.
know. Or not everyone hates emos. Very confusing. Yeah, I mean, technically, we don't hate emos. It's just that it's the whole stereotype of a goth that you get that we're dead against the entire world. If you look into goth properly, goths have so many negative stereotypes towards them. The actual positive ones are really small, you know. Um, but then there are negative stereotypes about anything, you know, like chavs get a bad name, you know.
Yeah.
They have stereotypes that they wear gold jewelry all the time. They hang around in gangs. They cause trouble. They drink on street corners. Not all chavs do that. It's just a narrow-minded stereotype. Some of them probably do, and I don't defend that. Maybe some goths are mopey and suicidal, but it's not the entire community as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to see goths for how they really are, if you go to Whitby in the UK during the Whitby weekend, you will see exactly how goths are. They're not mopey and suicidal. If anything, they're passionate about their culture. They dress up. They have live bands. They're not sitting around being mopey in a graveyard like they're stereotyped.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't, unfortunately, been to the Whitby weekend. God, I would kill to go to that. Um, but I have been to Whitby itself, off season or off the Whitby weekend, and the amount of love Whitby has for the whole goth scene. You can see the goth scene without it being there. Like the Whitby weekends, obviously, whereas where it goes into like, you know, overtime and it's just gothed at to like with an inch of its life. But even when the goth scene isn't there for the weekends, there is still goth everywhere within that town. It's literally a haven for goths in and out of the weekends. I'll have to find some pictures from the goth weekend because it is such an awesome weekend. I so want to go there one year. I so want to stay in Whitby for the whole weekend. It would be so cool if I could go one year and I just vlog it for the channel.
Yeah.
Because if I ever get married, I say ever, when I can afford it, I want to actually have my honeymoon in Whitby over the Whitby Goth weekend and combine the two. And it'll cost me more to go that weekend for a honeymoon, but you know, you only have a honeymoon once, and it'll be the first time to the Whitby weekend. So why not combine the two? But I've always seen pictures online, and I was fascinated from goth from an early age. To be fair, my friend got me into goth, so I have him to thank for it.
Yeah.
Well, I may have been somewhat popular at school, but out of school, when I started, when I was like 11, dressing up the kind of way I do. I used to hang down the park, and I used to have a friend, God rest his soul, he's dead now, unfortunately. But he was the one that got me into the goth scene. And that whole kind of, I wouldn't say mentality, but the whole kind of, I'm trying to describe it, like, well, I wasn't brainwashed or coaxed into it or anything. It just was fascinating, you know, the whole thing. And I spent more and more time talking to him and getting to know it. And then I started changing my clothes and started wearing black more often. And then I started hanging around my graveyard. Yeah, hanging around graveyards is a thing. It's not everything a goth does. But I lived 5 minutes from a church, so I had no reason not to hang around my graveyard. It's not like I deliberately went out to find one. It was like, I need a graveyard to sit in. Please give me a graveyard. I'm desperate to sit in one and be mopey. Yeah, I did used to sit in a graveyard, and we did used to chat, and it used to be really nice. And then when he died, unfortunately, at a really young age, I just took to it and I stayed with it. And then I just got more into it, and I spoke to more people, and then it just carried on from there. And then I've been goth ever since.
That makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know the full story of me being goth. I don't usually tell many people.
Looks like your friend came. You're a normal person that dislikes your videos.
Yay! I would be so disappointed if you hadn't disliked my video.
This is consistent.
If you don't dislike my video, I'm going to miss it. So whichever one of you are out there watching this and you know exactly who you are, thank you for disliking my video. Because if I wake up on a morning without a dislike now, I'm going to feel guilty that I haven't made you hate my video enough to dislike it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind you disliking my video if I was actually bragging on your channels, but this morning I haven't said one thing. And I still got a dislike, so that just shows you what you're like, doesn't it? Because I haven't spoke anything negative this morning, and I've still got a dislike against me, so it's not the content they're disliking, it's the person, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you gave me watch time and views, so think yourself lucky. My channel still has some watch time from you. All helps, you know. I'll be monetized before you know it, and then you'll have more content from me to dislike.
It's all growing
I
pains.
already stream and put content out, you know, every single day. So you're not getting rid of me yet. I stream and I put videos out every day without fail. There's either a stream or a video every day.
Yeah, I agree with Don. It made you who you are today. That's why it's a good thing. I couldn't have put it better myself.
Yeah, I love my whole goth scene. Okay, I'm not full goth like I used to be because when I became a parent, I toned it down. I felt that I couldn't go around with white makeup all the time and, you know, dark eyes and black lipstick and the whole grungy looking part of it. And I do still have goth clothes that are goth, and then I have more toned down ones, should you say. And then I still have my actual goth dress that I have that is possibly one of my treasured pieces that I'm going to wear for my 1000th video. When I get my 1000 subscribers, I'm going to wear it in it. And I'm going to proper goth myself out. And then you can see the real me. Because this is like the toned down me for being a parent. But I do have my top on to show the community today that I kind of care but don't really.
Yeah.
I love my little digs. It's subtle. Because I
It's
was saying that my channel would be kind of boring today because there was no drama,
yeah.
which is terrible.
Well, you can't have drama every day.
No, I know. That's why I create my own. If there is no drama, then create it yourself.
Awesome. Look forward.
Oh, cool. Yeah. My stereotype of a goth will go out this weekend. And then the other one will go out over the coming week. The 3 parts will be spread out with over the next week. So the goth stereotypes will either go up today or tomorrow. And then throughout the next week, I will split the 3 parts up
Yeah.
into different days. So there'll be like one on one day, then there won't be, and then there'll be one. So over the next 7 days, you will see all 3 parts. And then the week after, I will concentrate on the steampunk scene and I will do videos all on steampunk that week,
I
as well
hope,
as other content as well for my normal fans. And
Don,
do
I hope
kind of
leading.
mix.
Let's kind of leave drama at the door, but we try not to think of him.
What's my thoughts on Coach Eli?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad person. I think Coach Eli does what he wants for his channel, like anybody. No one can tell you how to do your channel. Like if someone came up to me and told me I had to do this for my channel, then I might listen, but it doesn't necessarily mean I would do. So if Eli wants to do something that benefits his channel and he thinks it's right, then he has his own right to create the channel and do it in his own way, the same as me or anybody else. I think that gives him a fair analogy there, does it not?
Yeah, it does.
That,
Well,
you
I'm not
know,
going to say anything because, as the saying goes, if you can't say anything, don't say anything at all.
you know, I've watched his streams before and I've been in there and I've spoken to him on occasion. I haven't watched him religiously, if that's what you mean. Um, I've given my 2 cents on his channel sometimes as well, so I haven't been like non-disagreeing with him. But you can't like everything somebody does, can you? The
No.
same as you can't dislike everything someone does. It's like someone disliking on my channel. Do I hate them for it? No. Would I love to know a reason why?
No.
Possibly. You know, if I've offended somebody or depending on what the video is. I mean, some people might be offended by the goth one, or some people might be offended, you know, by me doing that, especially if some of my viewers are not into goths or they're religious or something like that, then they could be offended, I suppose, on any video that anyone puts out. So, whatever you do, you're not going to please everybody. At some point during my history of my channel, I've had dislikes, whether it's because they dislike me, the content, or whether they just fancy putting a dislike, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I do have people within my flock, group, crew, whatever you want to call it, that are religious. Then some of my videos might have offended them. Being goth, I don't know. But maybe they see past my gothness to me, you know. It's entirely up to them. Everyone has the right to like a video and the right to dislike a video. That's why there are two buttons.
Yeah.
If you don't like somebody's content, you have the right to dislike it. If you like it, you have the right to like it. If you want to leave a comment telling them why you don't like the video, you know, I'm not a big fan of goth, it's not really my bag, then that's your opinion. That's what I like on my channel. If people want to dislike, I'd rather they wrote a comment and said why, you know. I don't like it because I don't like goths. Fine. It's your opinion. You know, it would be nice to know, but, you know, some people don't have a reason for dislike and they just dislike for the sake of it. So.
Well, James, what are you doing in Midnight Raven's channel then?
I have BC, he's been in my community for 6 months now, and I am leaving. I can't say he'd help our community out at all. Are you in the hashtag? If you're in the hashtag create a community, I'd have to question why you're here.
He isn't. Don doesn't have any videos. His account was created this morning.
Are you in the hashtag? Because if you're coming here to try and preach to me and convert me, you're going to have a hard job on your hands. Many people have tried and they've failed, so you can try all you like. But I don't know if you can hear by the way I've spoke since the beginning of my stream that I'm not easily swayed or influenced. You're MG Toe. Oh, I know who you are now. Oh, you're MG Toe. Oh, that's different. I know who you are. You're friends with Purple, aren't you? Purple and the bearded something or other, yeah? I'm sure you're friends with them, aren't you? Purple something or other, bearded dooby-doo, all that stuff to go with the cuck and the cock show or whatever it is. Yes, I thought I know who you were. I know who you are now, Dom. Why didn't you say so?
All I will say is, if Eli's flipped so many times, you might as well put maple syrup on him.
Oh, I thought you said no negative comments.
That wasn't.
I now know this guy doesn't like Eli completely.
Yeah.
I know who you are now. You should have said. You donkey. God, I only subscribed to you guys the other night. Bearded, what's his face, and Purple. Because I came in there and Coach wasn't exactly very nice to me. Well, a difference of opinion, maybe. The fact that I had one and he deleted my comment. You know. It depends how you... Yeah, Joe Buddy as well. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I came in the other night and stirred up trouble. The interview he was meant to be having with somebody didn't happen, and apparently it was because I interfered. But, you know.
Yeah.
I was new to his channel that night. Would you bloody believe it? I was new to his channel. He was talking about the creator community. I thought I'd go in there and talk to him because I have a different opinion on it all. He was meant to be interviewing somebody. By the end of the evening he wasn't interviewing him, and apparently it was all my fault. It depends how you look at it. He then didn't get that interview. But the guy that he didn't get to interview then offered to come on my channel and be interviewed. So I didn't interview him though. So if anyone wants to know, he hasn't been interviewed for my channel. I did get one over on Eli though. It did feel good, to be fair. But it wasn't up to me that guy didn't do the interview. Eli basically didn't help the issue, to be fair. And yes, I may have chipped in here and there on different parts of it, but I can't tell the bloke not to be interviewed by him.
Yeah.
By the end of it, he put in the comments, won't be doing the interview.
That's the one who wanted to do it live. The
interview he wanted to do it live, and Eli wanted to do it pre-recorded. Yeah. And I kind of said that if it was on my channel, I wouldn't have a problem doing a live one with somebody. I would expect them to respect my channel enough to, you know, restrain themselves if they felt they were going to say something they shouldn't, per se.
Yeah.
And Eli said he wanted to do it pre-recorded, and he apparently told the guy he wanted it pre-recorded. The guy begged to differ. I then chipped in and said, well, look, if it was me and I was interviewing somebody, I'd quite happily do it live. I'd have no problem doing it live. Eli begged to differ and said that, you know, he'd always done it pre-recorded. The guy knew that. And then basically he called him a troll after it. So, and said he was trolling his channel because he just wanted to come online and say something horrible about Eli. And it's like, well, he could have done that in the comments. He didn't need to do it on a live stream, you know. So I didn't help the issue, put it that way. Yeah, saw you came in. I'm glad you did come in. Oh, really? Needed a woman in there among you men to stir the pot, did you? You men couldn't handle it yourself, huh? Needed a woman to come. I was like the only woman in there, I think, at one point, stirring it. I didn't deliberately stir it, Don. If that's what you thought, I came into that channel and be like, oh, I need to get Eli. I was actually coming in there to listen to the guy. To be fair, I mean, I'd seen him in the creator community and he'd come on and talked to James once. And he was raving about the community and everything and blah, blah, blah. And when I was in the community, I heard the interview. He said he had a channel and I thought I would check his channel out. When I checked his channel out, he'd done a podcast for WrestleMania, which I was really interested in because Wrestler's one of my supporters. So I went to listen to that podcast and found that it was quite interesting. So I subbed to his channel, thinking I would get more, you know, podcasts, more interviews, good content to listen to. Then I started to hear you guys arguing that night with this other guy. And I kind of thought, oh, I'll chip in, say hi. And then it all kind of went wrong. And then when I came in the other night, he'd left the Cuck and the Cock show, and they were all arguing in the comments and on the screen and everything. It was actually hilarious, to be fair. I was literally laughing my ass off through most of it. Didn't say anything about it in the comments at that point. I was just listening, to be fair. But then I went to watch Purple's video on it to find more about why they were arguing, because I wanted the backstory with it, and I thought it was quite funny, to be fair. I mean, it was just so funny. I think you guys are just hilarious. One week you hate each other, the next week you like each other. It's like watching a soap opera for men. You guys will bully and pester each other one week, and then the next week you're going on each other's channels and bloody interviewing each other and live streaming together. So you don't hold a grudge for long, you guys, anyway. Unless Eli does. No one else in that room seemed to, because they were still coming on his live stream the other day, even though they'd argued the day before. So Either that or Eli just wants more content.
Yeah.
Nothing better than someone having a bit of drama on your live stream, is there?
Seeing how Eli keeps flipping, I can see how the fight's been lasting 6 months.
You're blocked? See, what did you do to get blocked, Dom? Yeah, I mean, Purple did say it had been going on for a while, and that 1 minute he was in, next minute he was out. And I think that the exact words that Purple used was that he was basically a flake and a pussy. If you watch the video he did on him of him leaving the cuck and the cock show, they basically said he was a flake and a pussy, and if you gave him long enough, he'd come crawling back again.
Yeah.
And then he'd have a hissy fit and he'd storm out, and then he'd be back weeks later. So Eli's never gone. I think he likes the drama. I think it's good for his channel to have some kind of drama, because I think without it, his channel's probably a little boring. That's my own personal opinion. It's probably a little boring without drama. But I think it's the same with any channel. Any channel you whack a couple of videos of drama, going to bring people in to watch you.
Yeah.
As soon as you become mundane and boring, you might get some people want to watch your channel, but as soon as you whack a video in there with, you know, fighting with this guy or problems with this, you're going to get people watch your stuff. It's how it goes. Drama sells, remember.
Yeah.
We don't, Eli does. Okay, well, you know, I've answered your question on Eli. I don't have a bad opinion about the guy, but I don't have a good opinion about him either. Make that as you will. I think that's made that sound quite good, do you not?
I got myself banned from Eli's channel and I didn't even say one word to him.
I don't like the guy and I don't hate the guy.
Ew.
So, you know, each to their own. If you know, I don't hate anyone's channel on YouTube per se. You know, there are people that I probably dislike or I don't watch, but I don't have hatred necessarily towards anybody.
He's a man.
That's fair. Yeah, exactly. You know, there are some people on YouTube that I've unsubscribed from, that I don't watch anymore or anything like that. Through my own personal preference, not because the people themselves are possibly, you know, the most hated people on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, the freedom with YouTube is you can sub and unsub, you can like, you can dislike whoever you want, which then gives you the freedom to either watch a channel or not watch a channel. So make that as you will.
Yeah, he must have gone into his channel and put my name in exclusively, because I know you can't block someone unless they're in the chat, unless you physically get their channel name and put it into the block. I didn't even say one word to him yet, and I'm blocked from his channel.
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I can't believe I am still actually free to talk in some people's streams, but you know. Make that as you will.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's a human pancake. He keeps flipping. I'm surprised no one's put maple syrup on him yet. He's flipped so many times.
You're talking about Eli, though?
Yeah.
I was talking about somebody else. I still have the freedom to talk in a live stream, although I don't have a very high opinion of the person who I'm watching sometimes.
I was replying to Don's question. He's like, yeah, Eli keeps coming back. He's the human pancake. After 3 minutes, he's going to be flipped on the other side, so he won't get burnt. He's a man child, plain and simple. Okay.
So what are your plans for the rest of the day?
whatever the doctor tells me.
Wow, great. More content for my channel. Way to go.
Which is probably gonna be rest and relaxation and
You not do that enough all the time anyway. How more relaxed could you be?
apparently a lot more. But yeah, Moji got his nails done yesterday. Finally.
Oh, I bet that was a battle and a half.
Oh yes, it was. Poor nurse almost got horse kicked by him in the like he has like a horse. He kicked with his hind leg really hard.
The last time I took Midnight to the vet, he had to have his teeth looked at, and oh my god, the woman is still lucky she has fingers left.
Yeah.
Because boy, did he chomp down on her hand. She was like, "Oh, he's just being nice. That's all right." And that was like, "Okay, maybe he's not being nice now." Like, yeah, yeah. Midnight was all right for so long, and then at one point he was just like chomping on her hand. It was just like, "Okay, okay, he's had enough." Let go of her hand, Midnight. Yeah, hope everything goes well. Exactly, Don. Yeah, me too. If not, I have to find a new moderator, and that just sucks.
Yeah. Well, they're not gonna do much. It's an emergency appointment because it is Sunday, but most doctors here aren't open on a Sunday unless it's an emergency.
Yeah. He'll be all right, Don. No worries.
Yeah, I'll be around.
You can always message me.
This is true.
Maybe across the pond, but a Facebook message costs nothing.
This is true.
I know, right, Mr. Meaty. Have to look after my moderator, don't we? How long have I been streaming for?
It's saying
Because last time you were out by half an hour.
no, because I'm reading it underneath. It says the Midnight Raven is started streaming 2 hours ago.
No, when we said the other day I'd stream for 5 hours, I hadn't.
You had, because that's what it said underneath your name.
I'd streamed for 4 hours and 27 minutes. I'm still half hour short.
That makes no sense. YouTube cut you off then. Because it says under your name, started streaming 2
Where's
hours.
my entire stream that's been filmed? Because I've gone through it. It was my entire stream that's been put up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then YouTube messed up then because it's saying under your name that you started streaming 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I haven't done a 5-hour stream, which I was kind of annoyed at. But never mind. Oh, Pixie's live. Oh, Pixie's live. Get you, Pixie.
Mm.
I had gone to a stream this morning. I'd gone to Nightshame's stream before I came here and did my own. I saw Nightshame for a bit before I came over. I did plug his channel at the start of my stream.
Oh, that's good. So he has electricity then.
Sorry?
I said that's good. So he has electricity then since you plugged it.
For God's sake, Chris. Can you be serious for more than a second?
I am.
I was on his stream and then I went from his stream to my own. It said hello and everything. And
see you later, Don. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye, Don. So as I'd seen him in his stream before I came to mine, I thought it only right to plug his channel.
Yeah. He is a good guy.
As he's doing so well and everything, I thought I'd give him a plug on my channel.
Yeah.
Because I had just come for him from his stream and I thought, what was I going to talk about to start with? And I thought, oh, I'll just plug Nightshame's channel for the first couple of minutes and give him a shout out and tell everyone what his lovely channel's about and that he's a great guy and just a general biography of him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I didn't like that girl who did that to him the other day. He was an asshole to him and he came up on Verdict's channel trying...
I thought you weren't going to gossip.
I'm not. I'm just... I don't like people that do that. force it in your
Thank
face.
you,
Like,
John. Bye. Yeah, we weren't going to gossip today, remember? We're going to
yeah,
keep it drama free, and you bring it straight up in my channel.
well, I didn't. That's separate. That's got nothing to do with the community. That's just about human common decency. You don't do that to someone.
How is it separate? It's
Mhm.
technically to do with the community. It's not separate, is it?
No, it is separate because regardless of what or how that came about, you don't go rub it into someone's face as if nothing happened at all. That's just that's a whole entirely separate thing. If you're a
Okay.
dick, if you're
The
a dick,
idea was not to bring drama into my channel today.
all right, I'll leave it there. But
I didn't want to discuss it. Remember, we said earlier that we weren't going to discuss anything like that.
okay, I'll leave it there then.
If you want to do stuff like that, then you can do that when we do it on yours.
Yes, fair
If
enough.
you have an opinion of something like that, then we can do it on yours. I have no ill will to. Well, I did unsub from Thingy's channel. That was horrible to Night Shame out of respect for Night Shame.
Yeah,
I will say that much. I did unsub from the person that was somewhat, I would say, boisterous towards him
yeah,
in his own live stream. And after watching that, I had a different opinion of the other person, even more. But
yeah.
stuff like that will be discussed in your stream to a
Hey,
point, although I'm not willing to bash people on a stream.
fair enough.
I will talk to a certain extent, and I have my own opinion, which I am highly allowed. But I don't want to start name calling to lose my channel.
Fair enough.
Not now. I'm so close to getting 500.
This is true. You seem to go up 10 every day, like every
You
time
know,
I come.
it's not important to go up numbers, but I mean, I like to see my numbers go up, which means I'm doing good content and everything. But I'm in no rush, as I tell everyone, to get to 1,000 because at the minute I still don't have enough hours, so it wouldn't even matter if I got to 1,000 now. I still don't have enough hours to be monetized, so playing it slowly actually gives me more time,
Yeah,
and I get to know my viewers better. I get to know more about me as I go through my entire YouTube journey rather than rushing to get there. My channel can change how it wants then and evolve, and then I can look back and go from where I started, and I can see my journey from when I was like the timid little girl doing a video to having a live stream now, and then going on other people's channels eventually, hopefully, and integrating in their live streams, which is what I want to do. Like
yeah,
Eagle VP and Jeanette and everyone else have invited me to come on their streams. I want to do that eventually, where I join in with them, and then when I hit 1,000 subs and I end up being monetized with enough hours, you'll see my channel and how it's grown and how it's changed and more confidence, and the content's evolved, and I know a lot more about everyone I'm supporting, basically.
that's good.
That's the idea of it anyway.
Yeah, and it's working. You can definitely see how you started and where you are now is completely different. It's
You
like
know,
you're
doing
entirely.
all that until my back gets out, and then when my back gets out, I have even more time to stream.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, yeah, it's almost like an entirely different person when you first started.
Well, I think you'll find everyone's an entirely different person when they first start.
True.
I mean, you go through anyone's live streams. Like my friend yesterday, Emily, who's currently holidaying in Brighton, met Jacksepticeye yesterday
Oh yeah.
and had a picture taken with him and said hi in that. Now, if
Hmm.
you take him as an example of his channel, when he first started out, he was in a small room. Um, he was nervous. he didn't know how to do his intro. And now you go right the way through from when he started to how he got better. You know, he changed his where he was, he changed his intro, he changed how he did stuff, he got confident, he started being more vocal. And now you look at him now, he's in an entirely different place, he's moved, his setup is better, his intros are better, how he puts himself out is better. He's now going on tour and he's doing all these big things, and he's literally gone from like a mouse sitting in a little corner of his house to being this big person now doing a tour on stage to thousands of people.
Well,
You know, you can see the change, you know, as you go through, which if you skip all that and you go straight from having no subscribers to 1,000, you've missed all of that.
yeah.
Your channel is then, in my case, if you went from 0 to 1,000 like that, it would become stagnant very quickly.
Yeah, you need to be able to go at a good pace.
Because the idea is that the more you evolve, the more your channel evolves and the more your viewers evolve. And they get different as you go along, or stay the same, however you want to put it. But my content has changed from when I first did it. And I've tried better editing. There's music on the back of some of it now, and I do live streams, and the content of my videos has changed. I don't do as many unboxings anymore because I can't afford it. But if I could, I would do them. And then the makeup ones are there, but I don't do them every week, although I have so many to catch up on. I've got like 10 makeup ones that need going and editing, but I will get around to them eventually. But they can go up at any point, though. I need a day where I just sit there and do them.
Yeah.
Because I've got like, must be 10 of them that need filming that I've got a list on, and I just haven't had a chance to, with it being like the Easter holiday and then it's bank holiday weekend this weekend, which means the kids are all home still until Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then I have to fit it in with my live streams and editing other videos. And then I've got to watch people's streams, although I don't have to watch as many now because I'm not being told how many to watch, which makes life a bit easier. I can be a bit more free flowing and what I do. I have so much content coming out though. I get so many ideas. I literally have a notepad full of them
Yeah, you
on
got
the
people.
videos I want, what I want to do, not necessarily how I want to do each video, but whether I want to do it as an on-camera one or an off-camera one, or whether I want to combine the two and do some on-camera and some picture work within it and kind of combine the two. So like an all-round, really.
Yeah.
Anything you want to know?
No, I already know it. From
Great.
the
Well,
start.
that's more content for my channel you're helping with. Does beg to differ sometimes why I ask you on, doesn't it? Your one-word answers really fill my time.
I know, but it is hard. I mean, since I've been here since, firstly from the start of your channel, it's like I already know it all. But
Great.
but
Right.
I
Next time he won't be on my channel. I'll have some newbie that has questions.
yeah.
So what about your channel then? Let's butcher you. You're on my channel, so it's your time to be butchered.
Yeah, my channel is useless right now, so.
Great. More content for me. Awesome. Wow. In a list of guests, I think your name's fallen down.
Yeah, I know. I mean, my channel is not what it used to be, but my Twitch one is. It's getting better.
What's the idea of your YouTube channel now? Because obviously you have one or you wouldn't be on my stream.
Ah, you dizzy. I would just chat your ears off.
Hey, you Dizzy's in the house. Hey, how are you? I saw you did a live stream. I didn't unfortunately get a chance to watch it, but I knew you were live stream. It was either yesterday or the day before. Um, yeah, we're just chilling out on a Sunday morning, or I'm chilling out on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Well, actually, to be fair, it's like Sunday lunchtime. To be fair, it's like nearly midday here. Yeah, how are you, Dizzy?
It's 6:45 here.
I haven't been able to watch a lot of your videos, Dizzy. I've had the kids off for Easter and now it's bank holiday weekend, so I've been busy, busy, busy. But I did see that you were live streaming. I haven't had a chance to go back and watch it yet, Dizzy, but I will go back and catch a bit of it. Possibly play it in the background while I make lunch could be a good idea. Then I could still hear it.
That'd be
Yes,
good.
yesterday. 6:45 in the morning there.
So it's
Are you on
usually
the East Coast, Dizzy? Whereabouts are you? I can't remember where you're from. I know you're from America, Dizzy. I can remember
North.
people from America, but remembering the state and the town they live in isn't as easy as it sounds.
I think she is one from North Carolina.
Can't remember 500 people's places, to be fair. I remember if you're in the UK or America. That's as far as it goes. Many people watch my show and love it. Yeah, yeah, I'll play your. I usually watch your live stream on the replay because of the time difference. I don't necessarily catch you live, which is a shame because I'd love to check your channel out when it's live. You're from Boston. Oh, you are on the East Coast. See, I'm
Yeah.
getting better. See, I'm getting to the point where I can tell if you're in the West, you're the Mid, or the East now for people. I'm getting there slowly, but we're narrowing it down piece by piece. Guessing whether you're in America or the UK or where you are is the start, and then remembering what part of America you're from, East or West or Mid, wherever, or
The
down
Scottish
south is the next step.
Hi.
The next step after that would be remembering exactly where you're from. That's a work in progress.
Scottish craft says hi.
The Scottish crafter. Hello. Are you actually from Scotland? Are we talking to a Scot today? I'm guessing so, hence the name, but I take a stab in the dark that you are from Scotland. I'm good, actually. It's like midday here, and I've been up since like 8:30.
You're lucky. You got a channel name that you can't butcher.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Chris is in here to make my channel look good, apparently.
Yes, I am.
You're from Bathgate, just outside Edinburgh. I've been to Edinburgh. I've been to Edinburgh twice now. I used to say I've been to Edinburgh once, but I've been twice now.
Oh, yeah.
I went on holiday to Scotland, didn't I?
Yes.
For a week. I
Where's
went to Scotland last year for a week. And I went to
Ah.
see what's it called? The big celebration they have in Edinburgh. Is it called the Fringe? Where they have all the comedians and the artists and all the drama people and all that. I think it's called the Fringe I went to see. Like a big event in Edinburgh, and they literally crowd the streets and hand so many flyers you don't have enough hands to hold them all.
Sounds like the Scottish version of Cinco de Mayo.
The tattoo in the Fringe, yeah. I went to when I went to Edinburgh that day, I went to Edinburgh Castle and we went round that for a good 3 hours. I also went round all the fringy stuff.
Yeah.
And spoke to people and had so many leaflets by the time I finished. I literally needed new hands to carry them. And then to finish the day off, we went to the Edinburgh Dungeons, which was awesome, and I want to go back. You would make my channel look great. Oh, thank you, Dizzy. So many people are telling me I'm awful. Awful? Awesome. A load of
Yeah.
people are telling me I'm awful as well. Of course they are. They're disliking my channel. Thank you to them as well. Yeah, people say I am awesome, Dizzy. I'm sure you're awesome too, Dizzy. I'm sure your channel's doesn't need someone like me to make it good. It is a cool city. Yeah, I've been twice now. When I went last year, it did look kind of different to when I went, like, Jesus, when did I go to the first time to Edinburgh? I think I was, I think I was 16 when I first went to Edinburgh.
Dizzy saying bye-bye.
All right, thanks, Dizzy. Have an
Wolf
awesome day as well. Off to make movies. Oh, you have an awesome day, Dizzy. I'm going to check out your live stream as well. I will play it while I make lunch in the background. I will try and catch some of it. Hey, Wolfmaster, how are you this morning? So what's your channel about, the Scottish Craft? Or what's your crafting thing? What exactly do you do on your channel? Tell me a bit about it. I'm interested. I'm interested in all your channels. You can all tell me a bit about your channel if I haven't heard of you. How did you find my channel as well, Crafter? Is also a good question. I like to know how people find my channel. It's a good inkling on whether they were already supporting, whether they're new, whether somebody told them about my channel, whether you found my tweet. I'm just nosy. The way of finding out where my audience comes from.
That's a good idea.
I do it when, if I get somebody new in the chat, I'll ask how they find my channel. Sometimes they'll say they found me through the community. Other people will say they saw me, like when Hazy Days came here. He'd met me in Rant Jam's stream, and when I've gone to somebody else's stream, I've met somebody else, and they've come here and told me they've met me in somebody else's stream. So just kind of finding out where my network is. You're a paper crafter. I make albums and journals. Ooh. I make, here goes my crafty bits. I make bullet journals. I do pocket letters. I actually sew as well. I do needlecraft. I don't do a lot of it anymore, but I used to. I also do pin art, or however you want to call it, or sequin art, should we call it, which I've actually loved doing. And I actually have 2 sequin arts that I've done. It was from Night Shame. Ooh, you're from Night Shame. That means you're an awesome guy. Because if you're watching Night Shame, then you have to be awesome. And my girlfriend is coming too. Oh, hey, Wolf. Yeah, I recognised your name and couldn't put a finger on where you'd come from. Sorry for that. I think I found you on Verdict's Live or James's Live, the Scottish Crafter. Oh, cool. Yeah, I do pocket letters, loaded letters, wall hangings, and anything shabby chic. You are so my channel, the Scottish Crafter. So my channel. I've cross-stitched since I was about 6. And even my dad cross-stitches, would you believe? And he's got some awesome cross-stitches. So I do cross-stitch, needlepoint, pocket letters, bullet journals, which I haven't done any on camera yet, but I will do eventually when I get around to it, because, you know. But my my needlepoint, my sequin art stuff looks really nice, though. I actually have 2 sequin arts. One of a dog, and the other one, I can't quite remember my other one, but I do have 2. I think I might actually be able to show you one. Hang on, Scott. Let me see if I can find one of them. I can find one. The other one is my dog is probably hidden somewhere, probably under my bed. But I do have one I can show you, which is kind of cool. It's actually cupcakes. You a fan of cupcakes? So this is actually my one. Do you like that? I'll show you up close. See, look. It's all cupcakes. Look at that.
That must have taken you ages to do.
Isn't that cute?
That's impressive.
My cupcakes. Look at that. And I actually have another one of a dog. It's a West Highland Terrier.
Anna Pace says, hey.
Oh, Anna Pace. Oh, seriously, they're awesome. Yeah, it did take me a while. I actually had another one. Hang on. My other one's really impressive. Where is it? Hang on. If I can just find it. It would be awesome. I don't know where I put my dog one. I need to do what my dog one is, Teeny. I know what I've done with it. I have a dog one as well. It's really annoying. The first time I'm actually really good at something, and can I find it? No. You keep chatting for a bit, Chris.
Well, we're here until she finds out craft.
Tell me what you are into. Do you do anything crafty, Chris?
I do drawing and stuff like that. Currently, I'm interested in why Brontaza keeps sneaking behind your door. Yeah, she should make crafting videos. She does one. She does videos on Pocket Letter. She has a playlist.
Like the idea of what? I'm not sure where it is at the minute, which is kind of annoying. But it's like a West Highland Terrier, and it's so detailed. It's amazing. If you join my stream again, Scottish Crafter, I will find it and I will have it. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I can post it on there as well. But it's literally this size. And if you know what a West Highland Terrier looks like, it's basically a front profile of the dog, and it looks awesome. I can't find it right now, which is really annoying me.
There you go, Scottish Crafter. You just need to click on my name and go directly to my, like you asked.
Yeah, when I find it, Scottish, I will definitely show you a picture of it. I'll subscribe to your channel, and if you have a Twitter or something, I can show you on there. But it is to die for, and it's kind of like this, but I want to do more of these because I absolutely love them. The average it took me to make, I mean, probably took me a day, if that. Probably less, probably half a day, to be fair. I'm fairly quick when doing it. It does hurt your fingers after a while. Because they are just generally pins. So basically, it's like this. You have to thread them all first.
Cool.
And then you put the needle in. And then obviously you make the picture. But there's no guide on the picture either. There's no guide or anything. You just make it on there. It's literally just a black canvas.
Yeah, I see.
So everything that's on there and how it is literally freehanding. But I'm really good at them. I spent most of my childhood doing them, and as I got older, I started doing like full size ones like this.
Yeah.
Colors are gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, they've got like a bit of a shimmer to them. They're not glittery as such, but they do have a bit of a sparkle. It's like how the light catches them. But they're really cool, and I want to do some more. I need to buy some more because I absolutely love them. I've always wanted to box frame them and have them on my wall, on like one wall of my room, and just make loads of them. Was the idea, and at the minute I've only done 2 so far, so I'll get round to it eventually. I'll buy a new one, and that'll be my project to get it done to show you.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Scottish Crafter. I will find that dog one, but it is really cute though. So next time you come to my stream, I'll have it for you. And I'll have to check out your channel as well once this is over. Yeah, check out my Pocket Letters playlist. It's got loads in there. I've done like 6 or 7 now.
Steph, hey Steph.
I will eventually get to a bullet journal video as well. I haven't quite finished it yet. You know what it's like. You have so many videos and ideas, and I'm trying to do all of them. Like the pocket letters, the bullet journals, the unboxings, the makeup, the streaming, and everything else. And I'm trying to work them in. I will
Best
get there.
friend is
Yeah,
in
thanks for stopping by, Crafter. Hey, Steph, how you doing? That's neat. It is neat. I think it's neat. We were talking about crafting, Steph. Do you do any? I haven't done my needlepoint in years, but I am so awesome at it. Not to toot my own horn. I have to do some more of that as well. I bought new thread recently, but I just need an idea of what to do. So I thought I would make one for the Midnight Raven.
That's a good idea.
I thought I might do one that's actually in a raven and actually put the Midnight Raven on it, and then I can box frame it and use it in my background. That way I could do something not only that was fun, but also benefited my channel. That'd give me something to actually do. I'll have to get a template for it. I'll go to my local needlecraft place and get my friend in there to get me a template. I like crafting, but I don't do any regularly. What do you do, Steph? Looking at you, I would say you probably knit. Possibly. I would say you're a knitting girl. I might be wrong. You're forgetting this. I am here to talk to you because you're the only one that has my full attention. What's the matter, Anne?
Nothing. Anne and Wolf are talking to each other, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Ah, okay. I hope you two are all right. Let's make love, not war. Did you guys see the comment on my channel from Anonym? Oh, from Anonymous. Wow, that's cryptic. Anonymous. I wonder who that is. No,
That's
I
Jay.
haven't, Steph. What was it on? What video was it on? I knew you were a knitting girl. See, look at that. I knew you do knitting. That wasn't stereotyping you, Steph. I just had a feeling you were a knitting girl. See, my psychic powers work well.
I had that person comment on my channel too. It's JC. He got blocked.
Thanks once again, Chris.
Well, yes.
You haven't done knitting in a while. I knew you were a knitting girl. I don't know what it was. Call it psychic. Call it women's intuition. I knew you knitted. Don't know how I knew. I just kind of sat here and thought, what would she do crafting wise? Knitting came to mind to start with. Could have been anything, to be fair. I could have said crochet or, needlepoint. Nope, choose knitting. See?
Yeah.
I'm good. Maybe I am awesome like you, Dizzy said. Maybe I should think of myself as more awesome. I want to know how to crochet. Ooh. Well, my nan taught me how to knit. And I failed miserably. And she tried for a good 15 years of her life to teach me to knit and failed at every opportunity. But then she tried to teach me how to sew and how to do cross stitch. And I picked it up like that. And I've been cross stitching ever since. But you give me a pair of knitting needles now, I can remember what she taught me. But whether I'd actually, now I'm older, be able to do it, I would think if I had some knitting needles, I could probably attempt to do it because I do remember how to do it. She did show me like 5,000 times and kept telling me that this should be really easy to pick up, and it wasn't. I think she wanted me to follow in her footsteps of knitting. Because she knits hats, or she did knit, God rest her soul. She did knit hats for the premature babies at our local hospital for 30 years. And she knitted every single day of her life, of every minute of every hour she was at home, not doing something else. And she actually got an award from the NHS Trust, and she also got an award from the Lord Mayor of Norwich for the dedication that she'd given to making hats for premature babies that she used to knit. And a funny story on that is, as my 3 kids were born in the Norfolk and Norwich Hospital, and each of them ended up with one of my nan's little hats. Because although my babies weren't premature, the hats were on the wards for any baby, not necessarily premature ones, but they were designed and shaped for all different kinds of babies, ranging from premature right up to healthy babies that were on the ward. So no matter who you were in that hospital, for a good 30 odd years, people were getting my nan's hats that she'd made. Kind of cool. But she died, unfortunately. So she wasn't the only people making hats for the unit, but my nan made it her life purpose to make as many as she could.
Yeah, she's got a different hat today. Polo does that too.
Yeah, I know. Pixie's gonna be like, send me that hat, you're not wearing it. The thing is, at the minute here, it's too hot. I went out yesterday, it was like 24 degrees, it was blistering heat, and I needed something to keep the sun off my eyes. So I just wore my very fancy, fashionable hat, and I needed to wear something different. And I've just kept it on this morning. It's too hot sometimes to wear my full trilby hat, so I have to wear something a bit more fashionable, a bit more lightweight, and something that's actually got a peak on it to take the sun on my eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, different hat. I usually save it for making pillows and curtains. Oh, cool. Can we stop having an argument in my chat, please? If you're gonna argue, can you take it elsewhere?
They're not really arguing, they're being lovers.
We'll be lovers elsewhere. Stop messaging each other and retracting them. Try and be nice to each other. Life's too short to fight, you know. Anna, we both won because we have. Yeah. How are you, Steph? How's your day? It's really early where you are. Why are you up? If I had a choice, I'd still be in bed. I'm so glad you came to my stream, Steph. I didn't know if I'd see you because it's so early, to be fair. Then
Yeah.
again, no one could have turned up to my stream because it's so early in America. But you guys rock for coming to my stream when it's a morning one. You haven't really gone to bed? Okay, fair enough. Do you plan on going to bed, or are you just gonna stay up? I guess it's like, what is it, 6 a.m. where you are, Steph? Something like that? Watching the stream and tipping. You mean typing?
Yeah. That's what
I
you mean.
love your stream. I love it too. Hands up if you love my stream, please. You didn't put your hand up. Yeah. See, he had to think about it.
I didn't think about it. I was watching them.
You'd be glad to know that Steph is still hashtagging Chris loves hairy arms. She did it in a live stream last night that I was in.
God, really?
Seriously. I was in the stream with her, and hashtag Chris love hairy arms just happened to come up in the comments, and it just happened to be connected to Steph.
Oh my God.
And I was dying of laughter. I can't remember whose stream it was in, but we were in a stream yesterday together, and it came up. Hashtag Chris loves hairy arms, and we were like, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe she retweeted it.
Oh my goodness.
She's retweeting the Chris loves hairy arms. What happened to the Chris looking for love tweet? Does no one want Chris to find love? He already loves himself. You can tell that just by hearing from him.
Lunatic Dad.
Your catnap. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for being up so early.
Good morning, Caroline.
Yeah, it was in Lunatic Dad's stream. That was it. I was stalking you last night. You were in quite a few streams that I was going in, which was kind of cool. Yeah, Lunatic Dad, hashtag for hairy arms. Lunatic Dad's only got 10,000 followers, Chris, so not a lot of people saw
it. So there's still help there. Caroline 12B3 says hi.
Hey, Caroline, morning. How are you? Now my stream's picking up pace. I get around.
Yeah, that's how you know you're not square. You get around, which means you're popular.
And you wonder why you get hashtag against you. What time is it in your area, Raven? Well, in my area of the world, that's a very weird way to ask, but it's midday. 12 o'clock Sunday morning. Oh, Sunday lunchtime, however you want to put it. It's Sunday lunchtime here. And we are just having a mid-morning or early morning, depending on where you are, chat. Chris love hairy arms. Ladies, get some. I told you never should have mentioned that, didn't I? Warned you.
I didn't mind.
I warned you it would come back to haunt you. Steph's making sure of it.
Yeah.
I did tweet it out. I'm as guilty as she is. I didn't put it in a stream with 10,000 people, though, you know. That's not my kind of style. I just tell everyone I meet. That's a lot more than 10,000. Aww. Chris needs some love. He's poorly. He needs to have a girlfriend to take care of him. He needs anyone out there that wants to be a nurse. He's looking for a girl that can fit a nurse uniform quite well.
Wolf, are you in the Chicago area? You're like an hour behind us.
Not so good. I'm in a lot of pain. Happy to be alive. What's the matter? What happened, Caroline? Happy to be alive? Oh dear, what happened? Tell Auntie Raven what happened, or whatever you want to call me. What happened, Caroline? That sounds awful, whatever it is. It's 6:11 here and haven't gone to bed. Why have you not gone to bed, Wolfmaster? Are you a vampire? No, even vampires need sleep. Are you a zombie?
Yeah, are you dead? Dead doesn't sleep.
Everyone needs love. Exactly, Wolfmaster. Even people that like hairy arm girls deserve love and care of a woman. I blew up his spot. Ooh.
Yeah.
I officially turned 16 today. Well, congratulations. Happy sweet 16. It's downwards from there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I love Anna Bex because of her streams. Well, that's cool. Gotta love people. Oh, I love the hearts, Steph. Purple and black hearts. The way to a girl's heart, that is. Although a way to a girl's heart as well is your partner coming home totally unexpected and bringing you 12 red roses, but, you know. Who's being picky that it took him 3 extra days to get them when our anniversary was, and then, you know, he brought them 3 days later. But, you know, still got flowers nonetheless. Still were roses, or he'd be a dead man. They've died now, unfortunately. So I'm waiting for him to do something wrong to bring me some more.
Yeah. Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
flowers for every anniversary. The rest of the time, you have to wait for a man to do something wrong to get flowers.
Steph
Hmm.
posted the black heart.
Sorry?
Steph just posted her black heart that you said.
Oh, I love black and purple, or black and pinky purple. Ooh. Oh, you just posted me a rose. Oh, thank you so much, Steph. Oh. My favorite roses are actually a deep purple. Although you can't really buy them, you have to grow them yourself by
She
getting seeds imported from China, which I actually have.
she posted a wilted rose as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Steph. You're so nice to me. That's what I need. I need to do a pin art in the shape of a rose. That would
Oh,
be
there you go. She just spammed you pink, purple, and black hearts.
oh. Thank you guys. Hearts for all. Should do a
Okay.
pin art in a rose. I could do a giant, deep purple and black rose. Ooh, give me ideas now, Steph. Give me ideas. Yeah, deep purple roses. Yeah, they're basically they're as close to black without being black. They're like really deep purple, but in the right light they look black. So because you can't actually get a black rose because black isn't a color, it's a shade. So the closest to an official grown black rose is an incredibly deep purple one. Unless you're like me and you bought your seeds from China and they are tampered with seeds and they actually look black.
Oh my God. Rewrote characters. I'm glad that you're okay and alive, but Jesus.
You had a car accident? Jesus Christ. I had a knee replacement on the fair. The car accidentally totaled my car. No broken bones or stitches. I have a lot of muscle soreness and some nerve. Oh, Jesus, Caroline. Bless you. I'm so glad you're alive, though. That sounds horrific. I've only ever been in a car incident once, and that's while I was pregnant, and that was horrendous. But luckily, we didn't have too much damage. They just slammed into the front of the car. Basically, they pulled on the brakes, and we ended up hitting them straight up the arse because they were driving like dickheads. But I was pregnant at the time, so I literally had to go to hospital straight after that. And that was probably the most traumatic. Had I have not been pregnant, it probably wouldn't have been so bad. But everything was fine, had a healthy baby, but still shook me up. Yeah, thank God you're alive, exactly. Knee replacement was so the progress is slow and steady. I love your channel. Oh, thank you so much. So many people this morning have told me my channel's awesome, that I'm lovely. You people really do see the good in my channel. Which is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. You tell
Such
her.
awesome people. Well, I hope you get better soon, Caroline. I know it'll be a slow and steady process. And I feel your pain, really, I do. Um, that's scary, Emma, to be pregnant and in an accident. Yeah, um, it was. I mean, we were just driving down the Acle Strait. You know where I'm talking about, Christopher.
Yeah.
Chris will know where this road is. And it's basically a dead straight road. It goes on and on and on for 10 miles.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
can.
literally a straight road. There's only one bend in the entire road. But the rest of the road is like straight for a good 9.5 miles at least. And there's like a tiny little chicane at one point where it just goes in and out, just a small bit. But this guy had been driving like a dick for ages in front of us. He would just slam his brakes on at random with no one in front of him. And then he kept slowing, and then he'd speed up, and then he was slowing, and then he was slamming his brakes on, and he was just generally being a knob. And then he did it at one point, and my partner just hit him up the arse. He just basically did an emergency stop in front of us with no one in front of him, and we literally just smashed up straight up his arse. There was, nothing we could do. Literally,
Yeah.
he hit us smack straight on. But amazingly, we didn't do very much damage to the car, or our car, to be fair. It just took off the paintwork, to be fair, which was thankful, to be fair, that Marcus managed to brake quick enough and attempt to stop it. But I did have to get checked out because I was pregnant. We had to go get a full scan of the baby and a full monitor and everything. I don't think the guy in front knew I was pregnant. Maybe he wouldn't have been a dick, who's to say. But the baby was fine. I was a bit shook up for a couple of days and didn't really want to get back in a car, to be fair.
Yeah.
But apart from that, everything was all right. Baby checked out fine. There was no lasting problems and everything. I did have slight whiplash after that for a couple of days. But apart from that, we were both fine, luckily. The car only had light scratches and a little bit of a dent, but we were perfectly fine, to be fair. Thank God. Could have been a lot worse. I see the good in almost everything. Oh, thank you. Well, I am an awesome person. People might tell you different on YouTube. Recently, they might tell you different. But that's their own personal opinion. Most people would say I'm awesome, and if you don't believe I'm awesome, you can watch this video back and look at all the comments that tell me I'm awesome. You don't need me to tell you I'm awesome. What's on your t-shirt? What's on my shirt today? Okay, it says, kind of care, but don't really. It's my new motto for YouTube. Kind of care, but don't really. All the drama that goes on. I kind of care, but do I really care? I think it's more directed at people. Kind of care, but don't really. So, my t-shirt is a take it as you will t-shirt. You're amazing / awesome.
When I get
Is that for
impatient,
me? Amazing / awesome? Thank you so much.
even if you're telling it like it is, I am able to get out of my head and feel your channel. Oh, well, that's what she does it for.
Oh, I was like headed for 2 trees head on. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good.
And I'm guessing,
I have a friend that died in a head-on collision with a tree. Literally died on impact. Gee, you are so lucky. So lucky. Well, I feel for you, Caroline. Yeah. Car accidents haunt you. They haunt you, though. Even to this day, being in a car, although I'm not pregnant, I've ever since then, I've so been terrified to even get in any public transport, to be fair. I get nervous on a bus. I can tell you are. Oh, well, thank you so much. I dig it. Yeah. Yeah. My t-shirts, when they have slogans on, I pick them for a reason. I didn't just pick random tops when I pick the slogan ones. I make sure they have a slogan that I stand by or I find funny, or in this case is directed at people on YouTube. Or at least some of them.
yeah.
If they then want to think the t-shirt's about them, they can do. It's entirely up to them. I don't use their names, but do with that as you will. Yes, you are right. After an accident, things are different. Can't imagine being pregnant, so I sideswiped trees instead. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I've only ever been in one accident in a car, and I was pregnant, and it's probably the most horrific one you can have, short of being in the car and dying, and then it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But yeah, what about you, Chris?
Well, thankfully, I haven't had any accidents so far. My brother has. He
Because
has.
obviously Chris drives in America, so
I've been I've been really good so far, and I haven't had any accidents. I just stay slow. But my brother, he went in the ET car, the T-boned the car, because the on the exact same road that Raven's talking about. An old guy, he was kind of seen now pulled out across, and my brother went side into the car, um, and the wife
on
got
the
killed.
ankle strain.
Yeah,
Was he there was an accident ages and ages ago because there's a road come from Belton that comes over a bridge and then it goes onto that road. It's the only road that actually connects with it.
yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
the old guy should never have been there. He was like miles away from the hospital, and my brother T-boned into the car and killed his wife. It was the old guy's fault. He shouldn't have never been there.
Oh dear. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There's a lot I still don't know about my friend.
Thankfully, I haven't had any accidents so far.
Love the shirt. I get a chuckle out of it. Me too. That's why I bought it. Yeah, I buy my t-shirts so that they have either a catchy slogan or they have a decent picture on them. I like my t-shirts to speak for me, my opinion or my interests or, just plain black, you know. Love the motto. Everyone loves the motto.
Yeah.
I do love t-shirts with motto. If I can get a t-shirt with a decent motto on or a decent picture or something, I can't. I mean, I like plain t-shirts, don't get me wrong, but if I can get a decent picture or a motto or something, Hey, Verdict. Hey, how you doing? We were talking about car accidents. It's a weird conversation to have. Um, but we were sympathizing for Carol who had a car accident. Um, and I had one while I was pregnant, years ago. And we were just talking about, how terrible roads are, basically.
And we're also talking about her motto on her shirt.
And also the motto on my t-shirt directed at some people on YouTube if you choose it to be you.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Verdict. How are you? Doing all right in yourself? What's been discussed? Have you been live for a while? I have been live for a while. I
Couple
did
of
post that I was going live. I've been live 2 hours, 2.5,
yeah,
something like that.
if the
Something
shoot
like that. 2.5. What have we discussed? Okay, quick recap. Okay, this morning was quite boring to start with. I didn't really have anything to chat about, as per usual. You know me, well thought out. We just kind of chatted, just normal chit chat for a morning, to be fair, to start with. Then we bumped into a really nice lady called the Scottish Crafter, and we were talking about crafting and stuff like that probably wouldn't interest you, to be fair, but
did Night Shame come in?
interesting nonetheless. Then we talked about Edinburgh, and how I loved Edinburgh and how I'd been. Help me here, Chris. What else we talked about? Obviously, we talked about we slightly picked up on Coach Eli's channel, but only slightly. Only a little bit of moaning this morning.
You had
Instigated by somebody else, not by myself.
you was talking about Night Shame too and his channel.
We were promoting Night Shame when I first started my stream, because I'd just come from his. We've talked a little bit about Scotland and about Whitby. We talked about all my new videos coming out about the goth scene, emo, and steampunk, that people have been bugging me for. We're also doing a video on the stereotypes of goths so that I can debunk people on how I sit in graveyards and I'm totally morbid all the time. As you can see, that's totally not who I am. It used to be. Don't get me wrong. I've sat in a graveyard before moping. What else did we talk about? Just new things coming to my channel, new videos, new ideas, people that have been giving me suggestions. Like someone wants me to video my graveyard that I have here where I live. And I'm really curious that there's actually a beautiful garden at the back of my local graveyard, amazingly.
Yes,
it's a weird concept to have.
No, essentially.
You've got the graveyards, you've got the church, and then in the back there's a beautiful garden with a bench and that you can all sit and everything. It's a weird concept to have a garden on the back of a church, but I think it's really nice. It's called the Wild Meadow, which is kind of cool. And Bottlecap's asked me to do a video on it. And he asked if I'd video a couple of the churches around where I live. And I'm thinking of doing some in the daylight, and then I'm thinking of going some when it's dusky, so I can get some good camera footage of it being dusk in a churchyard. Should be kind of cool. Depending on how my camera's light is. So yeah, we've had some mostly British topics. Well, technically, you can have a car accident in any country. I mean, there were more English people here this morning, to be fair. I mean, Scottish crafters from outside Edinburgh. So mostly tough, it's night shame in your channel, essentially. Is that bad?
No.
Did you want juicy gossip, Verdict? Would you like me to do some juicy gossip as normal? And start ragging on people's channels? Would that be better? That's my usual content. Are you missing it? I thought I'd have a morning off of moaning and bitching about people's channels, but if you need me to do it, Verdict, I'll jump in there. We did technically bitch about Eli's channel slightly. We did have a fan in here of... Oh, no, wait a minute. No, he wasn't a fan, was he? Well, he's sort of a fan.
He's saying this is actually better.
No, just trying to understand. I mean, we did have a little bit of a bitch earlier about Eli. Don't get me wrong. We did have a little bit of a bitch, but we didn't instigate that one. Someone else came in and was talking about him, and we kind of... I would say we chatted. We didn't necessarily say anything bad about Eli, but we didn't say anything good about him either, to be fair. To state both sides of the story, we were kind of neutral, which is unlike us. We're usually for one or the other. We were kind of neutral. We want to keep it, you know, light this morning. It's Sunday after all. Scotland, Edinburgh is what I meant. Yeah, the Scottish crafter lives in Bathgate, was it? Just outside Edinburgh, if I remember. It's called Bathgate she lives. And we were talking about knitting and crafting and my crafts that I do, Verdict. Look, this is me. Oh, look, cupcakes. Very cute. That's what I do for crafting, as well as many other things that I discussed earlier in my stream. Oh, no, just what? Okay, agreed. Yeah, I've been kind of impartial this morning. My cats, Simon and Shutter, are the best. Nice Warhol inspiration, Raven. Yeah, I actually want to do a Raven one, which would be cool. I want to do a Raven one for my channel, Verdict. If I could find a pattern to do one, or I could inspire a pattern out of my brain that I'd be happy with, I might try and do one myself, which would be kind of cool. I also want to do a rose one as well, but I want to do a deep purple black rose so it goes with my channel. Because eventually I want to make a background of where I do my stuff that's kind of creepy and kind of not. And I still have inspirations for having that clock in my living room that is of Paris when I get it. I'm going to try and buy it on Tuesday. Anyone that's heard about my Paris clock that is wondering if I bought it yet, I haven't bought it yet. You get nail biting on the fact I haven't bought it. I'm going to attempt to on Tuesday because it's closed on Sunday and it's closed on bank holiday. And if she sold it, I'm just going to die. I've been staring at that clock for 2 years since the place opened. And now they're closing down. I'm so worried I'm not going to get it. It's a clock, I know, but it's not just a clock. Depends how you look at it. Everyone might think it's just a clock, but to me, it's something I've been wanting. And to find she's clothing down was heartbreaking. It was like, no, you can't go. Don't take it with you. So I'm going to try and work out getting it so I can show it to you before it goes.
How likely are you to visit the US? That's a good question.
Sorry?
Verdict says, how likely are you going to visit the US?
Wow, are you so keen to see me, Verdict, in person? Do you mean coming to see you? Or just US in general? Because I've had quite a few people ask me to come and see them in America.
Yeah, I want to see this clock too now. I agree with Steph.
Yeah, it's actually in the shape of the Eiffel Tower. And it is gorgeous. But to show it to you, I'm going to have to buy it. Which means I have to afford it. That's the clinch with everything when you buy it. Something may look nice and in their shop and I've been staring at it, but I also have to pay for it as well.
Yeah. Hey, Bontasman.
Hi. T-Man's in the house. Hey, gorgeous.
Looks like he just woke up.
Can I buy it after my stream?
How long will that be?
Until I finish streaming.
How long will that be?
You still get... I thought you were going to have your PSN. That runs out tomorrow.
Outfit I want.
Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
You have to do something for me. Whisper it to you.
Oh, secret.
Okay.
Yeah? That might convince me to at least buy today's one.
Oh, dear.
Okay?
Being a super mum again.
Yeah.
Relay Durham. Hey, what's up?
The more super I am to my children, the less likely I'm going to get my clock. So it depends how nice I want to be to my children now. I will try and get both. That
Good.
and in general. Oh, Verdict wants to meet me, does he? There's a long queue for that. There are loads of people asking me to come to America. And I got loads of people that wants to meet me in the UK. I'm going to have to cut myself in half. Emily would love to meet me in the UK. I'd love to meet Jeanette and Pixie and all that and vlog in person. I know there's a meetup in July, but I really can't go because I'm on holiday like 2 weeks before they have it, so I can't afford both. But if they have another meetup next year, I will try and make it to them and go down the country and meet them all. And then in America, I'd love to meet Steph in person. I'd love to meet Snowy. I'd love to meet Nightshame in person. I think he's a great guy. You as Verdict as well. I think it'd be nice to hang out with you. Maybe see you, Chris.
Yes.
I could fit you in on my tour of my fans.
Favorite goes on tour. Let's start a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, fund my touring. I actually do have a Patreon, to be fair, that I don't really promote because I don't like to feel people have to pay me stuff. But if it was a GoFundMe for my clock and I knew that my clock was going to sell and they were going to close down, I'd have asked for people to help earlier. Fund my clock appeal.
Durham wants to know if you can visit him. I can't
Night
pronounce.
Shame in America. Yes,
Yeah.
Night Shame's from America. Hey Riley, how you doing? Yeah, I'd love to meet Night Shame. I'd love to meet Steph. I'd love to meet Verdict. I'd love to meet Snowy. Who's a friend of mine. Laura Horsegirl. Laura Horsehair Girl. I'd love to meet her too. And then in the UK, you've got Emily Bird's channel. You should check her out. She's just had some really cool tattoos as well. And she got to meet Jacksepticeye. If you haven't seen her channel, there's some pictures of Jacksepticeye, and oh, so lucky. I'm gonna stalk Brighton now just so I can meet him. I'd love to see Pixie. And forget my hat so he can't steal it. I'd love to meet Vlogging Purcell and Eagle and all my UK crew, as we call it. You know. Oh, I didn't know that from his accent. Yeah, I'm not sure what part of America he's from because I always forget. Yeah, I didn't get he was from America with his accent as well. I honestly thought Night Shane was from Europe. His voice to me sounded Russian or German or Romanian or something like that. He had a kind of inkling in his voice, but no, I don't know if he's from America, in general, or whether he just lives there now. Yeah, I didn't know he was from America originally. That's why I questioned him the first time I heard him. I was like, "You're from Europe, aren't you?" And he's like, "No, no, I'm currently living in America." And I was like, "Okay, that threw me off." Where am I from, Raven? Okay, you are from this. This is good. That's my favorite. You are from Ohio, aren't you, Verdict?
That's right.
Verdict is from Ohio. Tell me I'm wrong, Verdict, because you're definitely from Ohio. To me, it's the British accent. Oh, thank you. Now I want to watch Coming to America. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need some Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. Yeah. Good film to watch. Correct, Raven. See? I'm remembering. Woo! I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, every morning it's can I remember if people are from UK or America? And then if I can remember that, can I remember which time frame they're in? So are they in the east, are in the west, are they down south? And then if you're lucky, I will know more details. It's unlikely. I struggle to remember whether people are from UK or America, unless it's in their title, to be fair. I try. You're awesome at it, Verdict, though. I mean, geez, I wish I could remember the stuff you could. Oh, Chris has a kitty.
Okay.
Have you got Jax?
Yeah, it's
Jax
Jack.
is here. Jax is coming to my channel. Oh, hey, Jax. Hey, girl. Boy. Whichever.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Yeah. Well, stupidest name for a girl cat.
No,
Just
it's.
to confuse people.
She has nine
I
cats.
like people who say, I want to visit LA and NYC and that's it. No, 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 no. No, I mean, I don't even think I'd want to go to New York, to be fair.
Sin.
If I had a choice to go to America, I don't think New York would be the top of my list. Chris's cat is really Mr. Bigglesworth. Shoot, I live in New York and I've never been to NYC, nor do I care that much. Oh, cool. I mean, the stereotype is if you want to visit America, you want to visit the big places, like you want to go to New York, you want to go to Florida, you know, you want to go to Las Vegas, you know. the big
This
noisy cities. I like quieter places. I like beachy places. If I was going to go somewhere, I'd probably go to Hawaii or Miami or somewhere beachy. I
yeah.
like beachy places. You know, somewhere like Miami with a beach. I'd love to go to Hawaii. I know it's not technically America, but I think Hawaii looks like a beautiful country or an island, however you want to put it. Much respect, Raven. It's really annoying to hear people who've never been to the US say, I want to see LA and no, I'm not into the hustle and bustle of New York City, to be fair. I don't like the noise, the traffic, the crowds, or anything like that. I like tranquil, quiet, cultural places. Like
You're gonna
the fact I want to go to France, the fact I want to go to Japan. I want to see culture and stuff like that. I'm not interested in great big corporate buildings and that kind of shit.
you're gonna want to go to Vegas though because that's where the Coca-Cola HQ is, and you're like
Yeah, I know, but Vegas again is noisy and it's all about money and
it's
it's just
everywhere.
it's just the whole thing. I like, you know, my quiet. I like my peace. I may be a goth and probably should like heavy metal and noise constantly, but I do love my peace and quiet sometimes. Sarah from Pritch Farm says she wishes she can live in the US, by the way.
Does she
Oh,
have?
does she? A lot of people probably want to live in the US, and I bet you there's quite a few people in America that would look at Britain and think it's cool. I tell you, it's not, but Hawaii is America. It's a state in the US. Yeah, some people don't like calling Hawaii America.
They have an HQ in Vegas there too. It's a big giant Coke bottle.
I like Boston, and I can't even pronounce that place. On Oguan Kip,
Yeah. Our thoughts and best wishes to
wherever
everyone
that
in
is.
Hawaii. I hope you
Atlanta
recover.
has huge bugs like the size of people. What?
Yeah, that's true.
Let me see. No, I mean, yeah, I like the quiet. See, things like New York, Las Vegas, things like Florida, where you've got obviously Disneyland, are quite busy and noisy. Things like California. I mean, California's probably quite nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Probably a nicer place. But I like the tiny places, like things like I'm guessing Ohio's quite small. And you know, the smaller places.
Ohio's quite big actually, compared to it's
Well,
not.
quiet, you know, not so hustle and bustle and corporate and business like and all that kind of stuff. You know, towns that are a bit more relaxed.
I mean, they do have a little city called Cleveland, but
I've been to Italy. Ooh, and see no reason to live there. No offense to any people in Italy. Oh, why did you go on Italy for holiday or did you go on Italy for a lady? You know, as Rome's meant to be one of the romantic places on this earth, like Paris is in France, supposedly. Oh, gone quick. It's in Maine. Oh, cool. It's chilled and right on the ocean. Ohio's more people than you think. Yeah, but I don't like the whole corporate thing. Like, if you go to New York, it's just big business buildings. It's all corporate. It's money. It's kind of snobville in New York, to be fair, in some of the places. It depends what part of New York you go to.
if I could ever get that travel VR to work again on stream, you'd be able to see the videos of Ohio.
Yeah, you need to do some more of that. That kind of annoys me. I got so into it, and I want to see places like Ohio where Verdict lived, you know, learn about all the different places in America. That's how I was doing it, and now he stopped. My geography teacher's given up on me.
I wanted to do it. It won't work.
Your parents were born there. I go to see where they're from. So you're Italian then? Are you Italian then, Verdict? So is London, Raven. Yeah, I've only ever been to London twice. And they were both on school trips. I've never gone as an adult to London or off my own back. I don't like the place, to be fair.
I'm
Again,
just
it's too hustle and bustly and noisy and corporate, and I'm just not interested. My sister would love me to go to London because she lives in Canterbury. She was at the uni down that way, and she lives quite close to London. But I don't see the excitement of going, not to see her, but just to see London. She's like, well, she'll take me around London and show me the sights. And the only thing in London that would interest me would probably be the London dungeons. See, there's the goth in me again coming out. I'd love to see the London dungeons.
and you like the tower.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe the tower, the London dungeons would probably be the places I'd want to go. If I came to America, one place I've always wanted to visit is the Hard Rock Cafe
Yeah.
for my music interest. Now I consider myself American. Okay. Always has. Always has. As for the entity, they're technically unsure. Okay. I can't date. Jesus. What with the words, Verdict? Wow.
Yeah, I consider myself American, always have as ancestry, and technically unsure of. I can't say empathically that I'm the only of Italian ancestry. That's what he's saying.
I can see Italian in your look, if that means anything. You have a look of an Italian.
Oh yeah, the hardware cafe. I have all the T-shirts from all the ones I was collecting them.
Yeah, I'd love to visit the Hard Rock Cafe restaurant or restaurant. Which one? There are like hundreds. Well, just one in general, to be fair.
Yeah,
There is one in. Isn't there a Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago?
there's one in every city.
I think the one I saw on the TV when I watched it on telly was possibly the one in Chicago. If I'm right. I think there's one in Chicago. It's probably the one that I saw. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland is better. Oh, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ooh. See, look at all these places I could visit.
Yeah. You want to go to House of Blues as well?
Yeah, all I have to do now is afford a passport, afford a plane fare, and woof. Right, guys, get my channel monetized. Then I can make some money, and then I can come to America.
It says hi, everyone.
Hey, Alessa's World. Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing?
Where's our French friend, Nancy?
She was in this morning.
Oh, she was.
She was here before you got here. I saw Nancy this morning. If you go
How's
back, you'd have seen her. She was one of the first people in this morning.
Good. House of Blues in Atlantic City is pretty good.
The SW. Yeah, Chicago. It was what I saw a program on the TV that was dedicated to the Hard Rock Cafe in Chicago, and it was talking all about it. This was a while ago.
Oh,
House of Blues in Cleveland is fun to visit. Oh wow, so you could visit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and then go to the House of Blues. You could do two in one go. That's kind of cool. Great, just got up. Oh, thank you, Alessa World. Yeah, you will find my streams are kind of annoying at times. That the timings are off, but on a Sunday morning we always stream in the UK in the morning, and then a Wednesday and a Friday are usually in the afternoon in the UK. But next weekend will be different. Next week will change my live stream for 1 week. You don't know about that yet, but it's changing for a week.
Missouri and but
House of Blues is amazing in New Orleans. Oh, cool. Also, they are really, there is ones all over. That's cool. But yeah, if you want to watch my streams next week, my streaming schedule is Wednesday afternoon in the UK, which is usually between 1:30 and 2 o'clock that I start. I can't pick a time because it depends on certain issues. And then Friday is usually the same. Although this week I'm thinking of doing a bit of a later stream. If that's going to cause a problem to anyone. I'm thinking of streaming a bit later on a Friday for just 1 week and seeing how my view count is. So I might stream sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon instead and do a bit of a later one, which then makes it easier for people in America, and try an alternative time for a bit. If that causes you any problems.
no, it should be
Personally,
fine.
for being my moderator. And then next Sunday, there won't be a stream at all. I mean, no stream next Sunday. But there will be a stream on Saturday. And it'll be at some point, but I don't have a definite time.
Maybe we're all Terminators, indeed.
So there will be 3 streams next week. There'll be Wednesday, there'll be Friday, and there will be Saturday. Wednesday will be the same as normal, mid-afternoon. Friday will be later, and then Saturday will be dependent on when I get back, because I'm out
Wednesday,
Saturday morning. So I hope that doesn't cause anyone any problems.
Wednesday.
Yeah, there will be no Sunday stream next week.
No.
None at all on the Sunday. So you have to live without me for your Sunday morning get up. If that's all right with you for my moderator.
Yeah, that's fine. Wednesday's probably the only one that won't be able to do, but the others is fine.
Okay. I will get my other moderators sorted out before Wednesday. Steph, I plan to make you a moderator if you have no problems with that. As we've already found, Chris can't physically be in every stream or be part of every stream from now on. I believe that's true, is it not?
Well, I won't be able to be in everyone, depending on the time zone.
Yeah. I think you sent me a message to do with that. I haven't actually read it yet.
I don't know.
Did you not get a job?
Oh, yeah. I got another job interview on Wednesday.
Yeah. That's why you can't make Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. But yeah, if Steph would love to be one of my mods, I'd love to make you one when I find out how. Because I can't actually do it on my tablet. I've tried. But I will make you a mod, Steph, if you'd love the job. You can moderate this so-called rabble for me. It's almost 5 a.m. here, DSW. Why are you still up? Why is it with you people watching my streams from like 5, 6 in the morning? Do you guys not sleep? Not that I'm complaining, or I'd just be talking to myself. Okay, Razian back. Thanks for coming by, though.
Best friend said she'd be honored to be a mod.
I will do my best to be here. No worries. If you can't make my streams, don't feel you have to make every single one. I'm trying a little bit different with my Friday stream, doing it a little bit later. So a Wednesday will be the same. Friday it will be a bit of a later stream, sort of. I'm hoping to do it 4 or 5 o'clock UK time. So it'll be around lunchtime where you guys are, rather than 5 a.m. in the morning. And then Saturday's one will be different for this week, but then the week after it will go back to Sundays, and then it will continue to be a 10 a.m. UK morning stream on the Sunday. So it's just an alternative change for 1 week due to work hours for 1 week changing.
You should be able, according to this, you should be able to click on someone's name on a tablet, and you should get the same menu as you would on a PC.
No.
You don't get that?
No. No, I can't moderate from my tablet. As in, let me just work it out. Hang on. I was asleep and have to go back to sleep soon. Oh, Verdict! Thank you for waking up for my stream.
Yeah.
Hey, the Horizon family vlog. I came and checked out your live stream the other day. I weren't in it very long. Getting ready for a birthday party. Oh, cool. I've always to make it. I enjoy your stream. Oh, thank you. It's 8 a.m. here in New Jersey. Wow, you guys really are up early for my. Well, 8 a.m. isn't really early, is it? To be fair.
No.
Just watched your recent video now in your friend. Yeah, do like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I don't promote it very much for you to do it because I don't want to feel I'm badgering you guys to. But if you take it off your own backs to go check everybody out, feel free. No, I can't do it. If I show you what I get on my screen, that's what I get.
Oh, yeah.
I can go to the channel, I can report, I can remove, I can put the user in a timeout, and I can hide the user. But I can't actually make him a moderator while I'm on Google Hangouts.
That's right.
Or I haven't worked out a way to yet. As if you're not a morning person, Raven. I'm up every morning. On a school week, I'm up 7:30. And I am up until midnight, 1, 2 a.m. sometimes, and then I still get up at the next morning. I don't
Yeah.
need a lot of sleep, to be fair.
I'm not a morning person either, but we'll deal with it.
I could be up, literally for 24 hours. I really don't find that sleep is necessarily something I have to make sure I have 8 hours of. I used to work and live on 4 hours sleep, so that.
I have an actual doctor's note saying I cannot work in mornings. I have to work afternoons.
Yeah, if he works during the day, see, because he's a vampire, he just catches fire, so he can only work at night.
Yeah.
Can't let him out during the daylight. He'd scare too many people. That's why
Well,
they have to have him work at night. He'd scare people off.
I have to attract those hairy arm women somehow.
Yeah. If he comes out during the day, he can see people's hairy arms, and it just scares him half to death. He has to come out at night when people have their coats on and he can't see their arms. It's a very common phobia, just to him. Getting him back for something there, I feel. It's the Coca-Cola that keeps you up, Raven. So what if it is?
Yeah.
I've just had to buy more Coca-Cola at an extortionate price, thanks to the new sugar tax we have. It would actually now be cheaper for me to smoke and be an alcoholic than it would to drink Coke.
Don't worry, soon you'll get sponsored by Coke the way you're going.
Isn't that cool? I could drink and be an alcoholic and smoke, and it would be cheaper than me drinking Coke now. Yep, apparently Coke is as bad as smoking and alcohol. I beg to differ. Google Hangouts is essentially an inferior version of Skype.
Yeah, it is. But Skype, you can't do
I'm trying
live.
to find out how to figure out how to do Google Hangouts. All right. Yes, taxes need more sarcastic emojis and GIFs. Yeah, we have a sugar tax now. If anything that you eat or drink contains sugar, you now have to pay for the privilege of eating sugar.
At least.
And the more sugar the item has, the more it will now cost you on top of the original price of the item.
I bet you can't wait for Brexit, can you? Then that tax will
So
go.
an example would be is what my partner came home last night with a 24 pack of this size Coke, which is the normal for the UK is 330 mils. So you come home with these, and there's 24 cans, right? They
Hmm.
used to cost £7.50. Last night he came home and they were £10. So a 12, what I usually buy is a 30 pack. So a 30 pack now is going to cost me between £12 and £13.
The,
So
yeah, the
my
old.
Coca-Cola addiction is now going to cost me more. It would be cheaper for me to go out and buy a box of fags and smoke them, or to get a case of alcohol. So
Yeah, the old bat in Buckingham never learned.
I need a tutorial hint. If you want a tutorial on how to use Google Hangouts or OBS or anything, the best person for that would be my moderator's channel. I'm sure he could do one on how to use Google Hangouts and how to use OBS.
Yeah, I can put one up on my TSR channel.
Yeah, Alessa, subscribe to my moderator. Chris, put your link in for your channel.
If you want computer help and stuff like that, I'll put it up on there. So 1 second, I'll get you that one.
Yeah, he'll put a link to his channel. And if you want help with Google Hangouts or OBS or anything computery techery type, Alessa World, he's probably the best person for it. I think Verdict can vouch for him as well. The old lady with her tiara never learns.
They're talking about the taxes when England used
Yeah.
to pay.
You want me to drink tea, DSW? That's like blasphemy, that is. Tea, coffee. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, goths don't do tea.
No tea, no coffee. Goths need caffeine. You don't see goths hanging outside Starbucks, do you?
You do at night.
The chavs of the world hang outside the off licenses. The goths of the world hang out where all the lively people are, in graveyards. Me, I'm kind of a bit of both. I could stand outside an offie and, drink, I suppose. Or I could be in a graveyard. Could be in both, to be fair. I love Coca-Cola. I buy 3 cases at a time for $5.25 each in the US money. I hate you. My sugar tax is making it now like it's an extortionate price to do Coke.
I buy packs of 24 for $6.25. So
It would probably be cheaper to have drugs in the UK now than it would be to get a can of Coke. They'll be selling it on the black market next.
yeah.
We'll be dealing in Coca-Cola.
Oh my
People
god!
outside the back of supermarkets dealing in cases of Coca-Cola.
Thanks for it. Now I want to go and play that again. I even got the T-shirt and met the voice actors of the one in the.
You've played the Masquerade Bloodlines, Verdict. I've heard of that game. I saw a YouTube video the other day on it. Someone was talking about the game with some other ones that were goth and vampire inspired. I can't remember whose channel it was though. My partner happened to click on it because it was to do with vampires gaming, which I love because I like vampire games. Things like Devil May Cry, Wolfenstein, and stuff like that.
The one with
them ones, but I used to love them.
the one with the split personality in a nightclub, the one that has the slutty outfit and everything.
In what?
In Vampire Masquerade, the game I'm talking about.
Oh.
She kind of
Which
looked like.
voiceover actor, Chris?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right. Fair enough. You're back, best friend. My best friend. Everyone's best friend. No, us Yanks are having flashbacks to pre-Revolutionary War. I believe Englanders call it the skirmish of the colonies. Ooh. We're getting very philosophical this morning, DSW. It's very early for you there to be like this. Oh, need a couple of cokes down me before we get this kind of debatey and divulgy.
It's because you're talking about tax on Coke. It's reminding us about tax on tea.
Yeah, see, my channel ain't just about bitching about people. We can bitch about countries as well. Woo.
Yeah.
Not just individual people. We can just bitch about the entire nation, you know.
It's too easy to bitch about England.
We have enough love and hate for everyone.
This is true.
Alessa just supported your channel, Chris. If you can do a video on Google Hangouts or OBS and give us some heads up on how to use them.
I'll do OBS.
Alessa, what do you actually video from? Do you video from your laptop, your phone? And give us an idea how to maybe help you out. We can tailor it a bit more to what you use.
Twizzlers.
I use my laptop. I used to use my tablet, but found it was crap. And then I started using my laptop, and now I've started using Google Hangouts, and then I want to try OBS eventually down the line once I've grasped Hangout.
So we got
So if you're still here, Alessa, whatever you use to actually, whatever you want to use to do your live streams from, yeah, we can tailor it more. Twizzlers for breakfast.
yeah,
You're having
liquid.
Twizzlers for breakfast, Steph? The first thing I have in the morning when I wake up is Coke. That's my breakfast. If I'm in a rush, no. Second that. If I'm up and I have breakfast, then it's a Coke. I take it with me on the bus, or I'll sit here in the morning and have one. It's the first thing I do. It's like getting up in the morning and someone having a coffee and a cigarette. I have a can of Coke.
Alessa, she wants to know what you actually want help with. Like, are you planning to stream from a tablet or laptop?
Yeah, where are you planning to stream from? Because if you're streaming from a laptop compared to your mobile or your tablet or whatever you use, it's obviously going to be a bit more. You can probably do a unanimous one, you know, from all devices. But if you'd like one specifically kind of tailored towards you girls so we can help you.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I meant mute what was said. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was doing it.
Yeah. Wherever you stream from, we can kind of tailor it to you. So if you stream from your laptop or your phone.
Okay, that's going to be nice and easy then.
Okay. Does that help you, Chris?
Yeah, that's nice and easy then.
Okay. It's okay. I'm educated enough to realise that we are all servants to the crown through the amount of debt we are born with due to the financial debacle our government has put us in. Yeah, I suppose I can see where you're coming from, DSW. Peanut and M&M's? Best friend. That's not breakfast. Is it? I mean, Coke's not breakfast, but Twizzlers and M&M's?
That's what FedEx happened.
That's what you call a sugar rush in the morning. God, even I couldn't have sweets for breakfast. And I might have Coke, but sweets? Then again, Verdict, you do kind of have sweet treats all day long. Your cookies in your live stream. Although you do eat pizza and other stuff as well. I do like the cookies you have, though. And, God, your cinnamon rolls. Oh, my Jesus, they look good. Is it cinnamon rolls you had, Verdict? They were so nice. They look like, oh, I could just...
When you come to America, I'm going to take you to an Annie Ann so you can have one of them.
I love cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls and donuts are the best thing. Someone told me if I go to America and I don't visit Dunkin's Donuts, I've done a disservice to my donut likage.
And Annie Ann's. You're going to want to go to any Annie Ann's.
I get what you were saying. Yeah, Well, as of present, a child born in the US is already £70,000 in debt. Wow.
To the Queen.
Yes, I have a sweet tooth. Not just a sweet tooth. Yeah, I have seen you eat a load of other stuff as well. The sweetest stuff is more interesting. Like seeing you eat cinnamon rolls and me just drooling. Eating cookies and pizza and oh god, I haven't eaten this morning. I'm starving now. I'm actually going to have something very British for lunch, though. I'm going to have cheese scones.
Oh my god.
I'm very British. I'm having cheese scones for lunch.
Yeah.
They're totally British. Cheese scones.
Over here, people think scones are Irish.
I love scones.
I
Cheese
had to-
scones especially. My shop has literally just started selling them. So I don't have to go into town now to get them. He's brought them in because I asked him to. I have
Good.
influence over my local shop. If I say I need something, he'll bring it in the shop.
Tell them to start sending me cheese straws, will you?
Someone has to pay for all the royal weddings. Oh, don't you get me started. Oh, the royal wedding. Oh, they keep going on about it over here. If you're sick of it hearing in America, Jesus Christ, you should live here. God, the radio, the television, bloody YouTube, the whole... Oh, you can't get away from it. Everywhere
Yeah.
you go, they're talking about it. And if they're not talking about it, you can see it in the newspaper, you can see it in the shops, and oh, it does my head in. God
Yeah.
forbid she pops a bloody baby out. That'll be the whole Cambridge, whole Prince William popping out new babies. Oh, Jesus. I hate babies, I hate royal weddings. They don't deserve any televisation. But that's just my opinion. Oh, I love scones. Me too, DSW. Oh, there's nothing I like better than a nice warm cheese scone.
That's what she said.
Nice warm cheese scone, and then on top of it, you have to put some nice laughing cow spread. Oh. I'm not popular of a cream tea scone because I don't like cream, but cheese scones I can get down with. My son likes cherry scones. They're not very British. But if you want something for the summer, my son likes a nice cherry scone, which he actually gets from Morrison's, I believe. Maybe it's Morrison's, because I've never really seen cherry scones before until my neighbour gave me some and said they were from Morrison's, and my boy absolutely loved them. So it did seem weird at first. Oh, it was on every channel here too. You forget our media is controlled by yeah. I just expect you American people to not be as interested, to be fair.
They're more like fanboys over here of the royal wedding.
Support the Midnight Raven, and why wouldn't you already be supporting? That is the question. I love when Raven rants.
Yeah.
I rant?
Yeah.
Do I?
It's the good thing. It's a good
When
thing.
do I rant?
You just did it about the wedding.
No. To rant? My channel is a peaceful community. We don't rant on my channel. We get heated debates and difference of opinions. Ranting? Suppose you could rant? I rant constructively, though. It's a constructive rant with 5 seconds worth of thinking.
There's 256 different colours in the lobby of Buckingham Palace, full of random facts.
I would love to visit the Royal Palace, but I would probably get arrested because I don't know what to do.
You don't
Why
have
would I
to.
get arrested? People in the UK aren't that harsh.
They escort you through the palace anyway. There's nothing to
I
get
feel
arrested.
like William kind of got married for no reason. Well, there's actually a story behind William's marriage. Neither of Diane's sons will be king. The old lady won't allow it. No, if she has her way, it will go to Prince Charles, and then it will go to William's. I want to say William's eldest child. And
Yeah.
it won't go to him himself. I don't know.
I
Because
thought
there are tons of royal family that you don't see. Like, there's Princess Beatrice, who is a member of the royal family, but there's no way she'd ever succeed. They're like smaller royal families. Like Fergie, for a start, she's a royal, but you know, she's
there's
quite
no
well known in America, though, isn't she?
there's no way that the public will allow Charles to become king because he remarried.
I'm glad me ranting is funny.
No one wants Camilla as queen.
Kind of medieval in Buckingham. Yes, I mean, they do try and run with the times as such, but the Queen and her whole thing are still very, very medieval.
Yeah.
Like her guardsmen and all that, you know, they still do the whole changing of the guard and all that kind of stuff. And she still has guards outside her palace, and
She
they
needs
do
them.
all that. So the lady I spoke with here told me that I'm not lady enough, and I would. Oh, she told you weren't lady enough? What? Because you don't put your pinky out when you drink your tea? Because you don't curtsy when someone walks past you? She'll be bringing back the guillotine. Oh.
The guillotine's French, not English.
Guillotine is, wasn't actually designed in France, though.
No.
Guillotine wasn't actually designed in France, you may find.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was.
But it was the main weapon used during the French Revolution.
It was used, but I don't actually think it was designed by the French.
Yeah, it's not like the French can come up with anything on their own. We already know that.
I believe the guillotine was not French. Do not quote me on my French, but I believe the device wasn't. Although it was used during the French Revolution, I do not believe that it was actually. Let me see. The device was best known for being used in France.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 where a lot of Frenchy people were guillotined, like Marie Antoinette. She was guillotined. The last person to actually be guillotined was in France in 1977. That tells you how long the guillotine was actually running for. The guillotine continued to be used into the 70s, amazingly. I mean, Marie Antoinette was guillotined in 1793, and they were still using the guillotine in 1977. So, it's a beautiful piece of machinery, though. I do like the guillotine as a punishment.
Well, it's nice and quick.
The guillotine was introduced to France, but the actual engineer of the guillotine itself, the prototype, was actually German.
Who doesn't want cake, though?
So the guillotine itself is actually German. The first prototype of a guillotine was German.
Yeah.
But it was brought into France and used as basically France's #1 punishment. It would scare you, though. I mean, you could be stoned to death, you could be stabbed, but just imagine just having your entire head chopped off, though. The guillotine is a definite way to say that if you're going to die, this one's kind of definite.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from having your head cut off. You can be shot and still survive.
Yeah.
You can have a firing squad shoot you, and it doesn't necessarily mean you would die. You have your head chopped off, I would say that's pretty definite.
You can massacre
It's like the cruelest punishment you can get, where there is literally no chance of surviving it.
Yeah,
No
and
chance.
it's quite easy depending which way you're looking at it.
You could put somebody on death row, and you could electrocute them or lethal injection in them. It necessarily mean they wouldn't die, but you cut someone's head off. That's pretty definite.
Well, I
The
think
cut and dry of being alive or dead, having your head attached to your body is kind of definite.
I think putting someone in front of an artillery gun is pretty definite as well.
Who doesn't want cake though? Oh, tea and cake. Yeah, she outlawed cake. The whole thing with tea and cake. I know what you mean. Go, have your cake and eat it. Actually making me hungry now, guys. Hanging would be awesome. See, the problem with hanging is you don't necessarily die. If you actually are hung, right, and the rope itself is not long enough, when you drop, the thing that kills you isn't the hanging, it's the fact that it snaps your neck.
Yeah.
So if you are dropped from a height and the rope itself, basically, if you take the floor from out of you and the rope itself isn't long enough, when you drop, it's the droppage that snaps your neck. If the rope isn't long enough and the tension between the rope and you falling and the length of it is wrong, you can actually hang but not actually die. You have to have the neck snap in the right place at the right force to actually do it. It's not the hanging that actually kills you as such. Wow, I'm morbid. See, here comes the goth. I've learned a lot about medieval, Victorian, French torture methods and execution methods. There's a lot you don't know about me, DSW. I have a good insight into torture devices and stuff like that throughout the ages. See, I really am morbid and goth. I just hide it well. A lot of people don't come on my channel to talk about corporal punishment or torture devices, to be fair, DSW. It's not usually a conversation that comes up.
Verdict's got a good point. Sounds either more goth or emo when you're describing how to be hanged.
Huh?
Verdict says this sounds either more goth or emo when you're describing how to be hanged.
Being tortured and that is a science behind everything. I think there's more of a science behind torturing somebody. Because to torture somebody, you have to know the science behind how a body works, how much it can take, how much pressure you can put on a person's body before it will give. Different medieval tortures will go on, whether you're a male or a female, the weight, the person's body. And there's a lot more into torturing and killing somebody than most people know about. Torture is a big thing that I'm interested in. It might sound wrong, probably does. Oh, no, I've said it. But it's the science and the stories behind the items and how they were used, and just it's like a whole science and history behind it. Fascinates me. As well as graveyards and other morbid gothic stuff. So,
yeah, the rack is the scary one that stretches you.
see, I'm no different to a morbid goth. I just don't put it out on my YouTube channel as much because some people can be off-put by that kind of stuff.
Steph says
I have a lot more dark issues that I can't put on YouTube that I'm actually into because it wouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, it's rack. That's what she's talking about.
I have to be careful.
Being hung, drawn, and quartered, that's another scary one people find.
Yeah, William Wallace was apparently hung, drawn, quartered. If you know Scottish history, he was apparently hung. Then they removed his organs. Then they chopped him up into pieces. And then they spreaded him around the country.
Yeah.
To make sure he was dead, obviously. They hung him at first. And then how do you make sure someone is completely dead when they're hung? Well, you remove all their organs and then you chop them up into pieces.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's
you
so
can't make sure someone's more dead than that.
It's because they believed you won't get into heaven if you're not buried whole, so they separate all your pieces.
Well, if you're saying it's more, if you're saying it's either more goth or emo, then medieval torture isn't really goth or emo, to be fair. It's neither goth or emo. It's more a science. I suppose it's an interest in science and the human body and the human psyche. Ooh, yeah. The human psyche I've studied a lot as well, to go with the whole torture and why people use certain tortures and the psychologicalness behind each of the tortures and how it impacts on both sides. The people giving it to the person, the people that instigated the torture in the first place or designed the torture to start with. Jesus. The people that designed some of these tortures need some therapy, probably. Let alone the people that have then been given the punishment or, you know, given the idea of the punishment to somebody else. See what I mean? It's all a science and a psychological thing for me. It's not just a fascination of blood and gore and that, because most tortures don't have blood and gore, to be fair. They're not all about the whole goriness.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the rat. There's no gore in that at all. If you want some gore, then you're going to be looking at, you know, removing limbs or stuff like that. But my favourite torture device would be the coffin one, where they have the spikes in it, which I can't remember now.
You need to catch up on chat, Philip is saying. You're missing some gems.
Okay. That's if they didn't cut you down, maybe just let you strangulate to death. See, that's the thing. You can't if you haven't necessarily been hung in the right way, you're not going to die. You will just have a very drawn out experience. But not everyone dies from being hung. Very stereotypical. As soon as you're hung, your neck just snaps. You have to get everything right for it to work. The height, the length, and the whole thing. There's a very good science behind hanging. Then again, if you're guillotined, you don't die either. When you have guillotines, your actual brain function can last for up to 10 minutes, I believe, or it's 5 minutes after you die. And you can still hear people as well. Just gruesome. You can hear people after you die. The stretching one freaks me out. Yeah. Get the old tendons stretching out. New name for the UK Gilligan's Lizzie's Island. England came up with some of the craziest torture devices in history. It wasn't just the English, though. The English, look at the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah.
God, they came up with some wonderful torture devices. You think England's ones are crazy and that the French have got, you know, the guillotine that came in. The Spanish Revolution had so many good torture devices. So many good things came out of that, depending on how you look at torture being bad. The torture devices they used, some of them were to torture you, most of them were to kill you. I mean, to be fair, if you were being tortured, the chances of the people wanting you to be alive afterwards were probably very small. They were kind of definite torture devices. I need to hear your story about an evil man buried at a place we vacated in PA. Yeah, please do. There's one to torture device in the Middle Ages I think we should bring back. Ooh. See, I mean, some torture devices are still around and used. They may be used behind closed doors, but like you just heard, the guillotine was used until the 70s. So...
I agree, Fred.
For sex crimes, a good down was tied down and rats ate their junk. Yeah. There are some really violent ones out there for both men and women. You think the man one is really painful? You should be a woman. If you're a woman and you're caught cheating, all I can say is don't. If you're caught cheating as a woman, they mutilate you with this device, and it doesn't make it worth it. It doesn't make it worth to cheat if you know that's going to happen to you.
Steph's got a question.
Here,
She's kind of freaking out about how her head being decapitated can still hear.
yeah.
And who found out?
Yeah. I don't. There is a thing that once your body's head is severed from your body, the nerve endings in your spine that connect to your brain are still live for so long, and that you can still hear everything. It's like being under a general anesthetic when the anesthetic doesn't work, which has happened to people where you're like in a dream state, but you can hear everything that goes on under the anesthetic. People have had stories where they've apparently felt the entire operation and heard people while being under anesthesia, and it's kind of like that when you have your head chopped off. You're numb as such to the pain of having your head chopped off, but you can still hear everyone. So I've apparently heard. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how they can know that, to be fair, but I think it's studying the brain waves after someone's had their head chopped off. They can see the brain waves in the head are still working, and certain things are still ticking over. I'm guessing.
There's a
Women
show.
and the wedge would be horrible.
Don't forget the Pope's Path.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of, was the pair. This is bizarre. I'm so sorry, Steph. I'm scared to cheat already. Well, this will make sure you don't. You have to see that nowadays in most countries, I say most, things like this aren't punishable by torture implements anymore. But there are still places throughout the world that still do use these torture implements for various punishments. It still goes on. You may not hear about it or see it, but it definitely does happen. There are some cruel people still out there that use punishments like this for small things. The doctors were making dinner plans while I had surgery. What? Are you serious? Alessa? Freaky. I'm sorry, Steph. How did I get onto torture? Someone tell me.
I don't know.
I didn't bring it up.
You did.
No, someone else said about it first. Someone mentioned the guillotine.
Someone just joined chat.
I'm sure that was you. Sure, he mentioned the guillotine.
Yeah, it was me who I said the guillotine was French.
Oh. Okay. It was an interesting conversation, though. You gotta believe my channel's not boring.
Okay, that's one person I can't even pronounce. The channel Timia, the animatronic girl.
T-May! T-May's back. T-May, or what I call her. Or the Anno girl.
Normally it's the way you then put your names. Today it's me.
Dr. Strangeland stuff. Ooh. Oh, you got my interest, Steph. I'm sorry if this has freaked out anybody. The only thing that shouldn't surprise a well-educated human is humanity's ability to hurt each other. Yeah. There's many ways to love someone, and there's many ways not to.
To recap, the French Revolution happened only because carrot cake was a... Oh, that's funny. Oh, no, good one, Ferg. I'm sorry, when you does good jokes, you can't help but laugh.
Okay.
Oh, no. The deja vu. Yeah. What's Bond has it doing? He's shouting in the background.
Hmm?
Is Bond has it playing games or something? Because he's
Yeah, he's
shouting.
playing with his friends online. He's playing with his friends online.
Yeah, that's cool.
And my eldest isn't here, so he's away this weekend.
YouTube says you've been streaming for 4 hours now.
Oh, goody, and I managed to offend quite a lot of people in a small amount of time. That's what I like to do.
So
I'm sorry if anyone didn't like the conversation about punishment and guillotine. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I'm really interested in that stuff.
Me too.
I have a fascination for the psyche and stuff like that.
Hey, Bond has it. Bottle caps. Hey.
Hi. What? And what? Sure. Okay, I'll come and check through in a bit. When are you going to stream for a little longer? No, we'll be through. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I need to be. I'm gonna have to be getting off.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to be getting off because I have my appointment with the doctors in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I shall see you guys later, and I will text you the update once I'm done.
You could text me what's wrong in the first place.
Yeah, I will do. That's what I mean.
Let's start with the before and then we can work to the after.
Yeah.
If not, I'm going to have half a conversation there and I'll be like, what? What
Yeah.
on earth is this to do with? Try doing both sides, yeah?
I may be in later, Frederick, for yours because I don't know what's gonna happen with this doctors, but yeah. So see you guys later.
Thanks for coming by.
Bye bye.
Hope you're all right. Okay, guys. I'm here. Yeah, Chris has a doctor's appointment. He's had a bit of a rough week, so hopefully he'll be fine. I'm probably worrying about nothing. Has everybody ever listened to Night Shame's voice? Yeah? Why? I love his voice. I love Night Shame's voice. Why? Night Shame is ASMR. Oh, he is kind of. I do love his voice though. You were in Joker's stream last night. I went into Joker's stream the night before when he had Jiggy 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 in there. I think that was the night before. He had, or was it last night? He had Jiggy 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 in as a guest. Back to the question, Raven. Does the UK have any laws protecting freedom of speech? To a certain extent, I guess. I mean, you're protected. I mean, the press doesn't have much freedom of speech, to be fair. When stories hit the headlines, depending on what they are, they don't have as much freedom as you would think they have. Yeah. I mean, the monarch tries to keep certain things under wraps. So, oh, your first was last night. Oh, okay, bottle caps. I watched him. I think it was the night before. I'd like to say it was the night before, and he had Jiggy 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 in. That sounds dreadful. I'd feel very uncomfortable there. Yeah, I mean, the monarch kind of structures how the press is to a certain extent. As long as it's appropriate in its standards of society. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just a bit worried. Let me just message him. He's had a bit of a rough week, and I'm kind of nervous of him going to the doctor. So, I'm sorry. Crap, I got to release my new video this morning. Did you not release it, Bottle Caps? I can't really tell you that verdict. If you want to know more about why he's at the doctor's, you might want to ask him. I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is that he's had a bit of a rough week. But apart from that, I can't say no more. I slept in. I was watching Night Shame. I watched Night Shame this morning. Or this morning in the UK anyway. I want to go to the doctor's on a Sunday. Yeah, it's an emergency appointment. It's an emergency one, Steph. The Joker had a good show. Yeah, I mean, the show I watched the night before I thought was kind of cool. I did only see about 10-15 minutes of it because it was near in the end. But I was new to his channel and I said I'd come over and see his stream. So, and that's what I did. Stephanie Andrews is going to have Furburger on his show. Oh, Stephanie Andrew is going to have Furburger on their show. Are they? Oh, I like Furburger. I've been invited to go on Poussey Studios at some point. Yeah, I got an invite a couple of weeks ago to go on if I felt the need to, if I wanted to come on, I could go on to Poussey Studios live stream and have a little bit of a tete-a-tete. I think they were quite interested in my questions the other night that were answered by Panic. When I went to the kind of paranormal getting spooky with Panic stream the other night, they answered 2 of my questions in that stream as well to them. And I've been watching Panic stream since as well. I would make a nice guest. Yeah, I watched Panic's stream last night. And when I was watching Panic's on Poussey Studios stream, I asked questions about Ouija boards. That was my question. And the other question, I can't remember what I asked now, but one was about Ouija boards. And the other one, I can't quite remember. I asked 2, and they answered both of them really well. Okay, thank you, Verdict, for coming by. Really enjoyed talking to you and Chris. Yeah, I'll let Chris know you're thinking of him. When I speak to him later, once he's come back from the hospital. Or the doctors, whichever he ends up at. I've been streaming for quite a while. Got a few live stream invites, but I don't have the time. Yeah, I've been invited to 2 so far. 3, I think, as of last week. Poussey Studios asked me to come on. Eagle VP's asked me to come on, and James Cox had asked me to come on. I've had 3 invites so far. And so far, I said to Poussey I couldn't at the minute, but I would do in time. Eagle, I said I would do. We've just got to find a mutual time. And the Cox one, I refuse to go on. I've said no. Okay, so I've been streaming for quite a while. I think I'm gonna head off and get some bits done. I've got quite a lot to do today. I have been streaming for most of the morning. So if you want to join me again streaming, I will be streaming on Wednesday, and it'll be Wednesday afternoon at around 2 p.m. UK time. I should be at the channels are a lot bigger than mine and would be great to give some. Yeah, you get quite a, if you are interviewed on someone else's channel, it does get you out to a wider audience. And I want to have some people on my channel eventually as well to come in on Google Hangouts and just promote their channel and just have some fun. So if you want to come back and see me again, you can come see me on Wednesday afternoon at around 2 p.m. UK time. And then on Friday, I am streaming at 4 p.m. UK time or around there. And then I am streaming next Saturday as well for a one-off special on Saturday. Hopefully, I would have hit 500 subscribers by then. That is the goal, to have a 500 celebration on Saturday. But we will see if we manage to get there. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be all right. So thank you guys for coming by. I'm sorry if the subjects were a bit controversial this morning. A little bit this, a little bit of that, but you know my streams, nothing is ever planned. Conversation are free flowing, so my conversations can run from everything from crafting, which I did earlier with one of the channels that came in, to torture implements. So you never know what you're going to talk about on Raven. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. Do give me a big thumbs up as well. Please come back to this once it's gone up and leave me a comment if you like this video. And hopefully, guys, I will see you all on Wednesday. I'm sure I will see some of you before then. We seem to follow each other in streams, so I'm sure I will find you in a stream. And just thanks all for coming and talking to me this morning. I hope you all have a great day. And I will see you very soon for another stream. So thank you all. Bye, guys.